T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Fight!
Yo, hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with CHANN. We're in the blood clot. Where it go? God, wallflower. I mean, not wallpaper, wardrobe. Wardrobe malfunctions. 1 minute, un momento, por favor. God, this is what happens in the life of CHANN. Many a wardrobe malfunction. Okay, dokes. I think that doesn't get my channel struck off live stream. Yeah, I think. Hang on. It's a lot going on. We have to make sure, because YouTube, they're not that happy about boobs popping out and falling out. They're really not. So let's get it on. Let's get it on. YouTube don't want to get on with old LadyChann. Okay. All right. I get confused with the mirrors. There's the mirroring on here. Okay, we good. Guys, I'm back. I know you pagans didn't even miss me. I bet you didn't. Shani had a little hiatus for a week. Oh yeah, I'd just like to say happy Father's Day for all the fathers out there. That was on Sunday as well. Yeah, okay. I've got to do members only roll call. I'm rusty. Am I rusty? Shanny is a little rusty. The rust is in the boot, is it? I know. Did you lot thought I left? No, but I've been doing my news reports. Shouts out for you lot for rocking with the news reports for the last week. My boyfriend texts me when your tits are falling out. So, oh God, yeah, I know. They're in now. They're in. Shouts out. Oh God. Okie dokes. Right. Members only roll call. First. I think it's changed so much times. I think I haven't even. Hang on. You know, a bitch don't be coming at this desk when there's no need to. I don't even know where the new list is. I'm gonna have to revise a new list because I did have a new list before I went on my little hiatus. I'm sure I did. But if I can't find it, because I think I need to revise it anyway, like proper revise it. Let me just do it this way. Fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Hang on. Let me do it this way then. I'll do it this way. Shani will do it this way, that way. Sometimes you get this feedback. Hang on. I'll do it like this. Hope you guys have had a great day. I've been alright as well. Okay, so we shall do it like this. Shouts out, we're at 4.473 subscribers. The subscribers are building up in the booties. Shouts out to you guys. Thank you very much. So even in my hiatus, you guys have still been subbing. I'll be subbing. Okay, yeah, we can do it like this. So we got Donald Banks in the booties. Lester Bedford in the booties. Zara K in the booties. Molly King Boxing in the booties. Ivo in the Ustania. Karma Serene, the Queen in the booties. King Boxing in the booties. Without LadyChann. Con Shawnery in the booties. The Queen, my sister Lisa Bales in the booties. Ricardo, mi hermano in the booties. Ben Adams in the booties. Stephen T in the booties. Slim Boxing Commentary in the booties. Mark Niggity Nash in the booties. Dub Rightside in the booties. My Art to the Left in the booties. D-Star Boxing in the booties. Devil Beats in the booties. Jimmy McClenley in the booties. AJ Day in the booties. Charlo in the booties. King TJ, R.I.P. in the booties. Upload type El Primero, ya tú sabes. And last but not least, Dr. P in the booties. Also, there's a gifting thing that random members can receive membership for the month free. But you have to go on your YouTube studio and click that you are able to receive gifts, and then you can be gifted. So give it a try. People's gifted on my show. You know, it's an introductory. If they want to stay, they stay. If they want to leave, they leave. If you'll leave, you'll leave. If you'll die, you'll die. Anyway, let me get on with me host with the most. It's okay. I'm introducing, 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 Kenny Ken.
Hello, how are you? And how's everyone been?
Oh, we good.
How's everyone been?
Happy Father's Day to you, Kenny Ken, as well.
You know what? Some people, you know what? I had a great Father's Day, so you know, my two daughters and my wife, and went to a nice little lunch. So you know me, I can't complain. I don't know how other people's Father's Day want, but obviously there are some people out there who've lost their fathers, and their fathers are not around for them to celebrate Father's Day with. So I do understand that, and I do think of you all the time. And also, there are some men out there and men out there who've lost kids, who've had to watch their kids die before them. So they've been robbed of celebrating Father's Day with their kids as well. So my heart goes out to them. You know, there's obviously people out there who've had to do that. So, you know, I always think about them on Father's Day as well. Those who lost their dad. So, fathers who had their kids taken away from them through, measures that have, they can't control. So, thought goes out to them all the time in this great day. It's a great day to celebrate, but it's a sad day for some people.
Yeah, it's true. Shouts out to all the heavenly fathers and fathers that we've lost. So, yeah. For show. Okie doke. Well, it's been I've missed you for 2 weeks. I took a week off. Missed you for the last. Don't even know where we're. The last thing.
Well, we did talk. We did talk before, Deb. We did talk about. We did. We were sort of like looking forward to like the fights that are that we're going to review anyway. Which
so did we talk about Teofimo, because we're talking about Teofimo Lopez, Bud Crawford, all of this, and
these are great talking points because I think Teofimo Lopez is serious. I didn't think at the time, but I do think he is seriously thinking of retirement. And I think the reason why he's thinking about retirement, I think it's a lot to do with personally, I think it's to do with his divorce. To do that, I say it respectfully, but one thing sportsmen, don't want or to be associated with the word divorce. I've seen it happen with loads of sportsmen, especially footballers, that they make loads of money. Then after they retire, or even when they're still playing, they have one divorce can wipe you out financially, as you well know. So he's probably thinking, right, what's going to happen to my future earnings? I have some big fights, and not only am I contributing towards my daughter, but my wife is well within her rights to take maybe a third of my future earnings. It happened to a footballer, Ray Parlour. It's well documented that Ray Parlour, when he divorced his first wife, not only did she take a portion of his fortune, she had a claim on a third of his future earnings whilst he played football, until a certain age, till the kids had a certain age. So a lot of sportsmen, you think about loads of footballers who had to go to punditry because one of the reasons they go to punditry, they have a divorce. A divorce wipes you out, and then bad business advice. So I think, from a personal point of view, it is personal. It's nothing to do with the fight game. I know he's been fighting since he's a kid, but I think this is more monetary in terms of he doesn't want his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife to have any of his future earnings. And I do understand that, and I kind of respect that.
Yeah. So you think it's just a way to dodge the divorce courts? Yeah.
Well, let's not forget the belt. He's already given up, relinquished the belt he won.
Yeah, he's vacated already.
So he's relinquished the belt he's won. That to me is retirement. Unless it's something sinister, and you think, right, I won't get certain fights unless I relinquish the belt. But to put in a performance of a lifetime against a very, very good fighter and then relinquish the belt, that tells me one thing: I don't want my soon-to-be ex-wife to have any of my future earnings. That's all it tells me. And every sportsman.
Why vacate the belt as well? It's because it owes. Because he don't. So you don't have to be mandated and ordered to fight anybody. It's just all.
You think about it. If she's anyone like who's married to a sportsman, two things will happen. Either you go for your current fortune at the moment, or you look at the person's earning capacity, especially if you've got kids with the guy, and think, right, for as long as he's playing, I want a share of future earnings as well, prospective earnings. And it's happened with one player in particular, but a lot of footballers and sportsmen I know have been wiped out by a divorce.
Yeah.
And I say wiped out, I mean wiped out. We're talking about players. Look what happened to a footballer who played for Arsenal. One divorce that kind of virtually had him wiped out that he was sleeping rough. So that happened with sportsmen. You look at all the glitz and glamour and blah blah. Because a lot of these, I say it respectfully, a lot of these sportsmen, they spend money like it's water. So if you spend money like it's water, well, don't know about you, but I say I think that there's going to be a situation where you don't earn as much as you earned before. You're giving half your earnings to an ex-spouse. You got no future earnings set for sport. You're done.
Woo! Yeah. Well, what did we did speak about? So let me just give a little rundown of a couple of the predictions that we had with Teo versus Taylor. So Ivo said Taylor KO round 8 or 9. Lisa Taylor KO round 10. King Taylor KO round 8 or 9. AJ Taylor KO round 8 or 9. David Lopez KO 8 or 9. He went the distance, didn't it? Yeah, and I said Taylor unanimous decision. So for the most part, it was only David that was on the show. We was all wrong. And David,
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. You know what? No one should feel when he's shouting that really wrong, because that's a beautiful boxing and beautiful sport as well. You write people off at your peril. We all ripped Teofimo Lopez because of the fact that we felt that that he was still living off the fight with Lomachenko. And that, his first fights at 140 were unmemorable. But as I said before, a lot of people, what we tend to do in a lot of sports, especially boxing, we measure a fight on the fighter's last performance, and that's the last thing you could do. The last thing you could do, because one thing about any kind of sport, especially fights or big cricket matches or football matches, it's all about preparing for your opponent's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And you know, one of the biggest benefactors of Teofimo Lopez was actually a possible future opponent if he decides to change his mind at retirement. Was Bill Haney. Bill Haney virtually was telling everyone who would listen, Teofimo Lopez needs to go back to being the Teofimo Lopez before he fought Mortego, which had good speed of hand or foot, good head movement, and used his boxing skills. And that's exactly what he did last time. And let's not forget, as much as we were writing off Teofimo Lopez, we also we need to remember one thing. Josh Taylor's last fight against Catterall wasn't that great. Plus, he's been injured. Yeah. And plus, he's had to change trainers. So he was going into that fight on the back of his reputation, on the back of being a bigger fighter. But one thing Josh Taylor did is that Josh Taylor made two things. Is that Teofimo Lopez forced Josh Taylor to make mistakes. Because if you watch the fight changed for me in round 4 when Teofimo Lopez virtually was hitting him at will. Yeah, and after that, Josh Taylor's tactics got a bit wrong. Because, for instance, before, Josh Taylor was more than happy to come on the front foot, but he wasn't hesitant. But after the round 4, he was hesitant. So every time he was hesitant, he began throwing single punches. He was throwing single punches. The reason why he was throwing single punches, because every time he came in, Teofimo Lopez, he'll come in and he'll run into a right uppercut.
Yeah. His timing.
And then what will happen?
In the fight.
And then when he gets the right uppercut, he'll be met by a left hook, and then it'll be a jab, and he'll move on. He was actually saying, come on the ropes, you come on the ropes against me, and I'm going to hit you, you're going to meet my fist, my right fist. And it happened time and time again. If you think about the 11th and 12th rounds were big rounds for Teofimo. Massive, massive rounds. You know, if you think about it, one judge had it 115 and 115 and 113, which is embarrassing. It was more like 8 rounds to Teofimo,
4 rounds to Josh Taylor, for sure.
And they weren't; those 4 rounds weren't clear. But let's face it, Josh Taylor was hesitant. Jim McAnally, his new trainer was telling him, stop being hesitant.
Let your hands go.
But you can't let your hands go, because if you let your hands go, what will happen is that. You know what's happened is that Teofimo wasn't just jabbing him. He's hitting him with very hurtful shots, clean shots where his head was going back. And if your head is going back all the time, then what will happen is that you
whiplash.
Yeah, well, no, it's not even that. What will happen is what I see with a lot of fighters, they'll hit. All right, Josh Taylor's left-handed, so he's coming in, and immediately he's primed for a right hand, especially if his hands are low. So he comes in, and he's able to do this. But what will happen is that Teofimo is twisting his body where he's getting in, that kind of check-em thing. You know that check-em, you do a check-em left foot. He'll come in, boom. He'll cut. Yeah. So he's him at an angle that he's not prepared for. It wasn't straight punches. He was hitting him with an uppercut with an angle, and then he comes with the left hand, and then it was a jab, and then he comes like again. And then what was happening is that every time Josh Taylor was coming, he had the kind. He was either turning him on the corner, and every time he turned him, he threw a punch. It wasn't a case of turning him and then sort of defending. He was throwing every time he threw a punch. Josh Taylor's hands were in good positions, but what was happening is that Teofimo, because he was fighting for different angles, he was getting through the guard, and then when the guard opened up, then he'll go straight. But it was a very clever plan for him. Plus, he was hitting with the body, and I think from round 4 onwards, Josh Taylor was tentative, and there was a time in about, I think, the 11th or 12th. He could take, if Teofimo had more time in the 11th or 12th, he'd have been out of there. He'd knocked him out.
Yeah.
Now, Josh Taylor's a great fighter.
Poor showing of Josh Taylor. I'm going to get on to more poor showing. So, all right, so how do you see Teofimo? Do you see Teofimo coming back only when the divorce is finalised? Yeah, because his wife is a little cow, because I heard she's trying to drain all his money, but this is where you should have listened to your parents, because they did warn him about her. They did warn him. Yeah. They did.
Every parent.
Yeah, but this one, they was like, this one's no bueno.
Yeah, but the thing is that people, Dave, you've got to have a life. You've got to live a life. You've got to, one of the reasons why fighters marry young is because they have the luxury to marry young. It's because they've got enough money to have enough money for a mortgage, have enough money to put their kids through good education, private school, because of the money they're earning at the time. So you find with a lot of sportsmen, especially fighters, they'll marry young. But remember, and I say this respectfully, a lot of sportsmen in America, in UK and all over the world, they're working class. So I think it's working class people tend to have their kids at a younger age, where they pride themselves and said, "Oh, I want to be able to play football, maybe rugby or football with my kid, and I want to be able to go out clubbing with my daughter." So when people ask me, see me and my daughter walking down the street, they're going to think we're sisters. People pride themselves in that. And I think with a lot of sportsmen, if you've got the money and you're earning big, big money that an executives will probably earn, will have to wait until their 40s or 50s to earn, then you are going to economically be in the right frame of mind to have a big house and have the kids. But the problem is, there's a reason why sometimes you say about young people, maybe it's too young, you're too young to get married, maybe you're too young to have kids. And there's a reason, because, you may have the money and but mentally, some young people are not ready for kids. And I think that's what happened with Teofimo. The reason why he's retiring has to be the divorce. It can't be anything else.
That's sad. We got King of King in the booties. What up, King?
Hello, King.
Hey, how y'all doing? How it sound?
Real good.
All good. May have to
got the thunderstorms coming through, so it's disrupting things over here.
Yeah. Thunderstorms, yeah. Yeah. So sometimes some have to be sent your way,
True.
Yeah, sometimes. But shouts out to you guys anyway. So we are, like, Edward will probably keep us up to par, because I feel like I've been caught up, but because I haven't been online, I've forgotten where I've left off. So we had a Teofimo. Okay, do you want to chime in on that before we come off of him? Or
just real quick. Because
ahead.
Kenny gave a great breakdown of what happened. My issue is it seems to me like Josh Taylor, the same dude that fought Catterall, showed up again. It's like he had in his mind that he had some kind of power that was just going to knock and Teal does look. I mean, speed kills, man. And Teal was just, I did not realize, to be honest, and maybe it's just because of the way he talks and his attitude, but Teal is actually a very good boxer, and he just it was crazy just how he styled on him. I mean, it was like, and his speed is quick. He's smart, good adjustments, good lateral movement. It just made Josh Taylor look like a rank amateur. I mean, and we're talking about a former undisputed champion, if not, I just see it just goes to show, I mean, part of me started thinking about it, but it kind of, even though this is old, but it kind of reminded me of when Bernard Hopkins moved up. When you have a speed advantage and you're a better boxer, even if a guy's bigger and more powerful, you can embarrass him. And I seen him do it to Pavlik the same way, and it's like that's what basically Teofimo did. He embarrassed him. He made him look like a one-dimensional fighter that had no business being a champion of anything, and then threw his belt away after he beat him.
That's the wildest thing. He threw, when he was saying after the fight that he was going to retire, he was like, "Oh, whatever." But then when the news came in that he vacated and belt and left the booties in, I was like, "Yo, he's either gone." Or like what Kenny and other people that we was like, okay, it's because of the divorce. And that bitch is a horrible little 20-year-old. She's only 20. Horrible little 20-year-old, isn't she? She's been draining out his money. She took the kid away from him. What's her problem? Nasty. They warned her. I mean, they warned him. I remember the big rigmarole, like the dad fell out with Teofimo for a little minute when he went and got married. He was like, all right, just do it. But we don't like her. It's like, he didn't listen.
Well, some of these dudes, especially when they're up and coming, don't realize beauty's fine. I don't mean marry nobody ugly, but let character have as equal weight as the looks. Otherwise, you'll end. It's better to marry a woman that's a 6 in average, an amazing woman to hold you down, than get someone that's a little prettier and is a trash human being. 7 + 1 is a 4 average. 6 + 10 is an 8 average. Come on, y'all, do better.
Yeah. Well, I guess because he's young and the thing is, she ain't even a stunner. She ain't even a stunner. So
That's what I'm saying. That's why he too young. Like, see, this is the funny part about somebody like that. If he's a regular dude and you guys are building something and you guys are trying to construct a household, but he hasn't even reached, he hadn't even touched his potential when he got married. So that's borderline of her being an opportunist. And so guys like that just don't understand. Like, you know, when you see certain NBA players like this guy's 24 and this 30, or like, yo, you're trying to, you're opportunist. He's not even making it. He hasn't even made it to the height of his power. And then in the midst of that, you're a bad woman. So, you know, she raked him. It's going to be temporary. Good. He's young and he'll learn from it. Hopefully he doesn't get jaded. And when a real woman comes along, he's ready for her.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I feel bad for him. I'd hate girls like that, women like that. They just give everybody such the worst rep. Don't know who raised her. God, she was just.
Come on,
she was
come on, LadyChann. Sorry to knock down, but come on, we're both from London, and back in the day. All right, I'm obviously I'm older than you. Do you remember the time in the 90s when Premiership footballers like rock stars, where every nightclub in London, every nightclub
falling out of clubs, birds falling in.
You'll have silly little girls going around in heels taller than me, and I'm like, well, I'm about 6'1". They're taller than me, going around. You know, when a Premiership footballer is with his wife or girlfriend and going in his face and trying to put their numbers down. Trust me, from Muhammad Ali's time in the 70s, when he was with his second wife, women and rich sportsmen, especially young, rich, fit sportsmen, going hand in hand.
But I mean, the footballers now in the Premiership are still they're still like that. They get these birds like that. They like them. They like them.
Same with boxers in the United States. Same with boxers in the United States. The fact is that you think about you go to any team sport. The woman who's made out with a young superstar, she's probably gone through the whole team, a few years back. And what's happening is these rookies don't think that these women love them, but they don't realise that this is what these women do.
Hey, the funny part, I think the main difference now is back at that time, the guys just smashed the groupies. Now these fucking dudes marry them.
They marry them.
Yeah. And that's the main difference right there.
Yeah.
They used to just run through them. Now they marry them. And now they wonder why they perceive groupie behavior, why they're married to you, because that's what she always was. And you elevated her past her means. You should have never did that.
You should have smashed and dashed.
Yeah, but what's happening is that what made you think that he might have smashed and she might have just said, well, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, but well, I mean, they was together since she was 18. How old's Teofimo? He's what, 25?
25.
Okay, so she might be 22 now and he's 25. So, and it was pretty quick. So I think they've been married like 2 years. So yeah, she was 2019. I think she was even 19 even. And then he was, 22, 23.
Young working class people with money get married early.
And then you got your cokehead dad that's sniffing up all your money as well.
He wants to keep it. Look what happened to Ricky Hatton's dad. Remember Ricky Hatton?
Yeah, no, I remember. What did his dad do?
Well, Ricky Hatton wasn't talked to his parents for about 10 years because his dad used to be his manager, and there was like the missing. Remember the missing millions? That's why they fell out. Yeah, it was the missing monies. That's why they've only just made up because it was over the missing millions.
It's probably Ricky Hatton. He was sniffing copious amounts of cocaine himself.
No. It wasn't just that. It was it was also money as well. They fell out over money. The same thing with Amir Khan and his dad fell out over money as well.
God.
Yeah, this happens all the time, man.
Yeah, it happens all the time, and I've seen these stories all the time. But I mean, the men, but sporting and athletes, they've got to do better of picking like the right birds. They have to, because what's happening? I saw a bit of we've deviated into football, which is not a problem, because I saw Cristiano Ronaldo getting some backlash of. So Cristiano Ronaldo's got 5 kids. 3 of them are from another relationship, but he's got custody of all 3.
Well, yeah.
And then he had 2 with his new girlfriend, and she obviously raises all 5 of the kids. But what was the story? The story was, what was it? Does someone know it?
They haven't got married. They haven't got married, but it's a prenup. That if they're not married, he's got to give her a certain amount of money, and they said it wasn't enough money.
200 and no, it wasn't even that much money, and that was the battle. People was like, nigga, like people was like, so. Well, it was a lot of money, by the way, in us mere mortal land. But for what he's worth, he said that basically he will be prepared to give her something like, it was 20 grand a month. No, everyone was like, wait, I need to find something to, because people was like, what?
He's a queen, but this is going to be queen. He's a queen, but this is going to be queen.
Your wife and son,
They are lost to me now.
the same pain sears both our hearts.
Brutality. Flawless victory.
It's brutal out here. The backlash, the brutality was in the Buddhism. So they're saying, for one, she's raised your other 3 kids, right? And then obviously she's got 2 of theirs together. And he's worth like multi. How much is he worth, Ken? About $500 million?
Yeah, him and Lionel Messi are worth about well over £500 million, because a lot of it's through obviously their salaries, and they got so many sponsorships, so many endorsements. It's one of the things where even after they're both retired, they're going to earn a lot of money. Whilst someone like Teofimo Lopez, his earning capacity isn't really that great.
But just with Ronaldo, so the backlash is that he's agreed to give her this amount of money. What is it? Because they're not married. What was it? The prenup is for what? What is? Sorry,
It brings back 25 million.
No, it's not for 25. They're not married, so I don't understand
No,
why.
but if they don't, if they break up, I think he's giving her back 25 million or something. Yeah.
No, it's 20,000 a month.
Oh no, but I think that amounts to about 25 million over a year. Because remember the kids, isn't it? They're going to give her that plus the fact until the kids were 18. I think that's
no.
It's
It's whatever. Obviously, till the kids are 18, I would imagine. Whatever. But the fact that he's worth over $500 million, and plus he won't even marry the bird as well.
Well, haven't married yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got 5 children. When is it going to happen?
The clever ones marry after they retired.
No, I'd be livid. But I mean, okay, and then you're saying if we break up, I'll give you 20 racks a month. So your kid's going from like a multi-million euro house. And then I got to raise all 5 on 20 grand. Like, in normal world, 20 grand a month obviously is stacks. But do you see what?
Well, hey, but this is the thing that you made it right though. If they separate, she is normal world. The only reason she's at normal world is because of him. So if they
we won't have that.
If she well, no, this is what I'm saying. No, see, you automatically going there. I'm saying the reason why she's abnormal is because of him. If she's not with him, isn't she just a normal woman?
But she's got to raise the 5 kids coming from that type of housing and lifestyle. And what's she going to do with $5,000 a month for each kid? It's not even $5,000 a month.
Well, here's the thing about it. That's probably just the maintenance. He's probably going to give her a house.
No, it's not the maintenance. I've seen it. I read the whole article. It's not the maintenance.
No, I mean the article. Is that what he published, or is that what the reporting what it says?
Well, it's not like he's just. It's
exactly. So I promise you, if they break up, she's going to get a house. He's going to. I don't think it's going to.
She'll get a house. Listen. Yeah, no, he's facing. He hasn't come out and thingied it. Yeah, she don't have to get a house. I mean, he don't like. The whole point is, why don't you marry her? Because you don't want to marry her because you know that if you divorce, you won't be able to give her $20,000 a month. Like, I mean,
exactly. So you're making a savvy, smart. This the thing about it. This is where we talk about in life. As far as her, after the first kid. She should have been like, dude, you got to marry me, bro. I'm not having no more kids with you. And she didn't. And then he was like, bro, it's slowly now his money is raising. And now it's no incentive for him to get married to her. Why would he? I'm not saying it's right, but it's just is what it is.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. But then she came along and she's a really, you'd think those 3 other kids were hers because she's really came along and she had no kids. She had no kids. She came along. Obviously, there's a lot of incentive there, isn't it? Like it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Then she looked after his kids till she had her own. So
they're probably not going anywhere anyway. So.
They're going nowhere. No, unless he kicks her to the curb because didn't say.
Well, but that's what normally happens. If you do try, if there is an affair and he tries to marry someone else. And then she takes over. I think that's where the problems do start, where they do ask for, hang on here, she's in my house, and I want you to give me my share, and I'll go. Because normally some men think, you know what, all right, just get lost. Here's $20,000, just go, get lost. And now women nowadays say, no, I want a bit more than that.
I mean, yeah, I don't really. It's not even what I'm saying is I'm not really keen in on that issue. I am, but I'm not because I'm not like focused on that. It's just like it kind of feels like I can hear you guys' point of view for sure. Like I don't think that you get married and then you want to just if you didn't contribute to fuck all and then you just were like I want this and I want that. Like when we divorce or if we divorce, like no, I hate birds like that. But obviously, you can do that with your husband. That's going to be your ex-husband, and I guess go through that. I don't know. I haven't been, so I don't know. But I'm sure there's a more amicable way than some of these birds are choosing to go by. But with him, it's just kind of like. But I get what Edward said. She shouldn't have, kept on having any kids. But it's just a bit of a. She did come in, look after his kids, and she's been raising them. Like she didn't have none. She'd been raising them, and then he could have been saying to her, "Oh, I'll marry you, and she thought, okay, well, and then still no, and then she's probably saying, I thought we was getting married. Okay, yeah, we will, and then still no.
But trick me once, shame on you. Trick me twice, shame on me. So 5 down the line is complete. But here's the thing about it. Speaking of that. Is either one of them complaining? I think that's just somebody outside just giving their 2 cents of, whoa, look at this. And I'm like, evidently she's not tripping. Evidently he's not tripping. So that's probably the goal that we need to worry about. It's like everybody's always judging about how they came up with something. Maybe she came up with that because in her mind, she's like, I'm not going nowhere. So screw that. Like, okay, 20,000, fine, sir. I'm not leaving. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. People coming in, poking their nose, talking about, oh, he has $500 billion. Why would he come up with an agreement like that? Agreement that may never come to fruition. It's just like,
but why would he? But what if he? He may leave.
I mean, he may. I mean, he probably wait till she get older, but evidently ain't been leaving yet. He dropping 5 in her.
No, he dropped 2.
Oh, okay. So wait, so they only have 2 children? I thought they had 5 together. So this
they got 5 together. You weren't listeling. She
no,
came
that's what I'm saying. So how did she end up with 5 kids if he leave?
Because she's got to have them as well. That was what it was in the story. She's got to also take care of the 3 that was initially wasn't hers.
Where are they from? Where's this? What country is this in?
Portugal.
Oh, no, okay. No. Never mind.
So what I'm saying is 3 of the kids was his, and she came along. He dated a few girls when he had those kids, and then she came along, and then everyone was like, oh, this looks like he's gonna this is gonna be the one, like he'll marry this one. Because she took over as they was doing shoots together and all of that. I forgot. I initially thought at first that was the mum of those kids. That's how tight they are, but no, it's not. And then she had 2 herself.
Which it makes my point even more relevant. He already had 3 kids with I don't know how many different women, no commitment, and then you have another one. So to me, that's like you got to think to yourself, like if you're not woman number 2, yeah, you got bamboozled, but you're like woman number maybe 4 or maybe 2. I don't know how many of the kids are from somebody else.
It was weird. Kenny, you know his situation? His situation was weird. Weren't like we never saw he not adopted.
No. I think he had a couple of kids. I think through surrogate.
Surrogacy.
Yeah, surrogacy, and then so he kept and then he had the relationship with her. Like remember she lost a twin last year.
Yeah, and then this new one she lost one of the twins.
So that she was pregnant with a son and a daughter, and the son died. So I think it was a son or daughter died. So there are 5, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, surrogacy. That's what?
He had a surrogate. That was it.
Weird.
I told you the story was a bit strange.
Everything makes sense now.
Yeah, I told you the story was a bit strange. Yeah, because this was happened quite a while ago, and I'll be living life. I forgot, but so it was a surrogate. So we never ever saw no woman. So he had them and he was a single dad with the 3, but no girl. So then that got my spidey sense. My spidey sense. God, I thought he's a bit of a rainbow boy. He's got to be Yeah. So I was then shocked. Then this man comes along, but then because you're still living life and you jump back into the story, how gelled they was. I thought, oh, this must be the original mum then. But then no, it's not. It's not. So surrogate. And then dated a few girls. This one come along, XYZ. And then she had 1. And then she got pregnant with twins. So it would have been 3. But only not too long ago, the son died. So, So do you see the story's just weird? And then he comes and says, well, if we break up, I'm not marrying you, but if we break up, I'll give you 20 racks a month. You take all them kids, all of them. It's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, it's amazing what people put up with.
It's about the gall. It's a bit like...
No, but like you said, but that woman's allowed him, like, what the hell? Like, that whole situation is weird. Like, I'm sorry, like, Shan, if somebody approach you with some shit like that, you'd be like, what? 3 surrogate kids? What? Like, where's, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Loco, we got to put some emphasis on her. What you looking at? You looking at the most famous dude in the world with the bag, and you're like, oh, whatever goes, goes. She probably has like a super timid personality, probably don't give a damn. She 20,000 still probably, who knows what she came from? I don't know. This shit sounds crazy to be like, who determined to take care of 3 kids that look, I'm not, look, that don't even have a mom. They're phantom kids. Like, they're like,
I know. I know. They don't know.
What is this? Like, this is weird.
But it's sweet of her to, I mean, I respect that she's done that. Like, meaning, like, if she's the stepmom, she's the stepmom, innit? Like, but is it better that she's a stepmom to kids that don't really have a mum because the mum just was an egg donor, or I mean a surrogate? I don't even know who did.
She is their mom, basically.
Yeah,
they don't have one.
Whose egg it was? Was it the surrogate's egg? I don't know. So, is it better for the woman to actually be with a man like that because there's no baby mum coming back in the picture, or is it super weirded out that you're like surrogate? And now, like, I would personally question and be like, is this gay? Is this? Look, I want to say, is this guy? And I said, is this gay? God, is this guy? Do you understand? Like, I would think that. And then if that, yeah, my spidey senses.
I hate to say it though, that would be a good thing compared to what I initially thought. I thought maybe it was a creep, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, what? That's weird. I've never. Why would you have kids and just decide arbitrarily they don't have a mom? Like, I don't like. I've never heard of nothing like that. It's just strange.
Yeah, that is.
Now, if he was older, I could understand. Maybe it'd make more sense to me if he was an old man and he hadn't had no kids, and he want, like, to me that maybe make more sense. But he's a young, like, you're at the peak of your power, bro. Like, what the hell?
And he could pick any woman, but you know what it was? He didn't want the headache. He seems like he doesn't want commitment. I'll get a baby without the bitch. I'll have the bitch without the marriage. He's done everything all different because his money's just bought him everything at his own leisure. That's what it seems like. I still think that he's rainbow. I think he's damn handsome. I do follow him on Instagram. But listen, yeah, I've said it. I even sent it to my brother. I was like, no. I don't know if he's all the way straight like that. Because do you understand what I'm saying? Not that it matters if he is, but I mean, you're living a lie, though, to everybody else. I think it's strange. And then, you know, if we break up, it doesn't specify. I mean, penalize her if she leaves you. Like, if you cheat, girl, if you leave, you're getting 20 racks a month. Cool. But if it doesn't specify that, what if he gets bored of her and says, I want to do this now?
Hey, I ain't tripping. If she like it, I love it. Whatever.
Sorry. Wrong thing. I was playing the rock band. Yeah, I just thought that was weird. Yeah, so I don't know how we got there. Oh, yeah, because we were talking about... Shouts out to David. If you're available, you were supposed to be on the show last week, but I you know, when, you know, had to have hiatus. So, because you're the Teofimo sexual. Yeah. If you can, I know usually these days, Mondays is your day. So I do know that. I mean, Fridays.
Shouts out to David for staying loyal to the soil.
Yeah,
he racked him. He was on point.
Yeah, he was. Let's do the super chat. Yeah, he was. Yeah, David loves him some Teofimo Lopez, boy. Shouts out to David for dropping that $2 on your girl. Okay, Low Nose Boxing. Oh, yeah, and head over because David actually, that's his boxing channel as well. Low Nose Boxing. So head over there. He's a new content creator. He knows his boxing. David knows me from when we rocked. Well, he always used to call in and he used to defend me, and I was on the Boxing Voice when they used to all attack me. And David used to be like, no, stop. So and then, yeah, we've always been cool since then, my David, didn't you? Shouts out to David. Lady Chamosa in the edificio. Ya tú sabes. Thank you, David. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And there's Ponchinchosa también. Yeah. Thank you very much, David. If you can come on. You can come on. And we have a super chat. Segundo. That's in my gringo accent. There you go. Second super chat. Let's go. Shouts out to Arlette for dropping that $1.99. Love you, girl. Super sticker. Thank you, Arlette, my Artilette. Thank you very much. I appreciate you always donate. Bars. And where we are at the weekly wrap up, Shiggity. Muchas gracias a todos. My loudmouth self, innit? Okie dokes. Thanks, Arlette. Massively appreciate. Thank you, David. Massively appreciate. So, moving on. And let me just see if David said anything. What up, King Ron Don? I think I saw you somewhere as well. Where did I see King Ron? Just want to say hello because I haven't seen him for a little minute. King Ron Don, where are you at? Where you at? Where you at? I saw you. Oh God, I can't even. Hang on. I saw you somewhere. Where did I see you? That's really bad. I just wanted to say hello. Oh, there you are. Hey, King Ron the Don. What up, guy? Long time, you know? How come I don't see you for so long? I know you did say that, you know, you're just doing your stuff and doing what you have to do. I got it. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Sometimes I go somewhere, but really I'm not going nowhere, so it's all good. Okie dokes. So, listen. Escúchame. Progray. Right. Oh, AJ, I forgot you're in the building. Sorry, we was mid-sentence, so that's what it was. That's what it was.
Hello. AJ. What up, fellas?
What up?
AJ.
AJ saying hi, guys.
Hi, AJ.
Yo. Was y'all talking about Tio that whole time? Or
we were
somebody else?
Not the whole time, because we was more talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a football player here.
Oh, right, okay. Got you.
Yeah, we kind of went Tio, then went Ronaldo, because it was just bars. It deviated naturally into something that linked to Tio, kind of like just about athletes picking the wrong birds.
Right,
you know,
got you.
Fucking draining out the dude's money and fucking not letting him have the kids, or like what Tio's going through. And we was just like, why do athletes? Because it may sound like naive. I'll just say, why do athletes pick these types of women? But the naivety side of me, I'm like, why do they pick them? And then maybe if I put my boy head on, I just know some men can just be so shallow that they just like, as long as she's pretty, that is only what they're searching for. It doesn't matter. She's got low IQ, no conversation, probably didn't get well educated, maybe doesn't have that much class, but she pretty. Like, I guess that's what it is. We all know men are visual, but why are these lads always picking these fucking jokers? And then they all like, because, you know, 10 years later, they're like, I'm bankrupt because she took all my money. It's just
they want a shortcut. They want a shortcut.
No, straight up, the truth is,
tell me,
money and fame doesn't buy you wisdom.
Yeah, I know.
They have all the money, all the fame, be famous athlete, don't mean they're wise.
Yeah, but don't you like a girl that's a nice girl as well? You get a nice girl. You can get a pretty girl that I guess that's still got nice values or good values, and
she's not. It's not like she's in the background. It's not like these women in the background just being like assholes. It's just, you know, so they are pretty, they're feminine, and the guys are sexually charged. Maybe on the truth be told, they prefer not having conversation because they don't listen to them anyway. So it's like, you know, to be honest, the purpose they're seeking, and then they're trying to shine because, you know, they're the type of dudes of like, oh damn, did you see what's his name, woman, blah blah blah. So they don't even care about any of the rest. Like, they just care about the perspective, and that's what she looks like. Most times, if he's an athlete, he don't even be around her most of the time. He's on the road or doing something else. So occasionally when he's around her, he just wants to shine on people. It's not like two people living in a household together where he has to deal with her personality every day. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I just have to think, could I be in that situation, like, and just be like, yeah, you don't really give a shit about me. You don't really talk to me. Yeah.
Because it's vice versa, though, because they don't really give a shit about them. They just want to go get a Birkin bag and all this bullshit. So, you know what I mean? They don't care either.
Lonely.
So it's mutually exclusive lack of love.
That's what it is, isn't it? So obviously, guys, that doesn't go across the board with, like, certain athletes have got some good women that are wives and girlfriends and whatever. Obviously, we do know some. But I'm just saying for the most part. I know, I guess, yeah. Nah, you couldn't, man. I don't care how many bags and things you could buy. Yeah, that you're not going to be happy with you. He's gone. He don't really talk to you when he is there. He doesn't like having a conversation with you. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you're putting your good character things on somebody that doesn't have a good character. They really don't even care
Hang
about
on,
none
girl.
of that. You know?
Yeah, I need good convo. I need stuff like that, man. Otherwise, bitch get bored. I would be like, how many Birkins can we buy? Yeah, that's lame in the end. Oh yeah, that's all they care about. Hang on, we've got we've got this topic. I need to cue Aaron saying that she a gold digger, but she ain't going for no broke nigga. You know who we got. Hang on, let me get you on there. One sec. You're not. We can't hear you. There we are. We got ALOT.
Hey.
What up, Ar?
I'm cooking, so I'm not really looking at the chat, but I'm listening. I'm listening, but I just wanted to say I have another perspective.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think it has to do with the looks because that much. I mean, she's attractive, but he can do better. He could have got with someone younger. She's older. But I think the point is that she's like 2 years old, 3 years older than him.
Oh, is it? How old's he? How old's Ronaldo, Kenny?
No, I'm talking about Teo. I don't know about Ronaldo.
I was talking about Ronaldo as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about Teo.
Yeah, we was talking about Teo, but we talked about Ronaldo right now. Like, why do these athletes pick women that I'm not saying that Ronaldo's girls thingy, but Ronaldo came out, his team came out, the story broke on him last week about him, he's got surrogate for the first 3 kids, and then the other 2 she had. But he was saying if they break up, they're not married, but if they break up, she will get euros a year. I mean, a month. And everyone was like, wow.
I can't speak on that. If you're talking about Ronaldo, the soccer player, I can't speak because I always thought he was kind of gay, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you got to say rainbow.
Rainbow. I'm sorry, but I also thought he was happy. Let's just say that.
I said that as well. I thought he's rainbow. That's what I was just saying. Like,
yeah, but I can't speak on that, and I can't speak on Canelo because he has 5 kids or 4 kids, but his wife that he's married don't have any. I don't know about his sexual.
No, Canelo's got a kid with.
He has 4 kids.
Yeah, but he's also
he doesn't have any kids with his wife. Not with this one he just married.
Oh, that's not any. That littlest one ain't their baby.
No, he just had a baby when.
I mean, well, she's 2 or 3.
He just married this girl. Yeah. I know he has a lot of kids.
Yeah, that's not his. Yeah, I know he did that.
I just know he has a lot of kids. And
the 4.
And I never seen his wife pregnant. Yeah, and I know he has a girl that's 17 or 18. He had a kid when he was 15.
And then they've got maybe she's not 2. Maybe she's about 3, 4.
Yeah, that's not his kid. And he has like a boy and he has 3 girls.
Yeah.
And all of them, he has 4 kids and none of them is with his wife. But I'm not going to go there. I'm just talking about.
Yeah, he like.
No, I don't want to because they got people. I don't want nobody gunning for me.
No, no one's going to be gunning for you. That's the least.
Listos pelos chingazos. Listos pelos chingazos.
Because people already think I have a grudge against him because of Andrade. But I'm just thinking about facts. He does have kids. That's not his wife. And he has kids by different women all over the place. And nobody talks about that.
Yeah, I remember.
But I'm talking about.
I knew he did have 4 baby mothers. But I thought.
Yeah, he has a lot. Then he has to. And Teo. But I'm talking about Teo, for instance. But I think the thing with Teo, because I'm about to get off. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Shan? Yeah, I think about Teo because I got to get off because I'm cooking. But Tio, I think the thing with her is that she was 2 years older than him, and his parents and his sisters don't like him. If she would have welcomed, if the mother and the sisters would have welcomed her with open arms, Tio wouldn't have married her.
Oh, so she's older than him, not the younger one.
Yeah.
So that means
I just think men do stuff like that. That's why you can't push your kids against someone, whether they're a girl or boy, because they will wind up just getting with them just to prove you wrong.
So that means she's 27 then?
Yes, she's older, and she met him. She was a flight attendant, and she was working at an exclusive airline, and that's how he met her. He dated her. He said it was love at first sight. The mother and the sisters did not like her. They didn't even come to the wedding. Only the father did.
Yeah, that was.
I think that's kind of, they already knew that she was up to, they didn't feel like she was right for him. And once you start doing stuff like that to your kids, that's why you got to watch out. The kids will just marry that person just to say something.
Yeah, well, now I see what the play was. So she's the bit of the older woman, saw the young lad, knows who he is, on the come up. Okay, let me get with him, bat my eyelids, quickly have a baby, lock him in, lock him down. And the minute that she probably realised that the dad's a bit mad and Teofimo's a bit off and he probably ain't making the bag, because let's have it right. By the time he's paid after tax and stuff like that, he's not making the bag of what she probably thought he was going to be making, and it's just put her off. She's a gold digger. That's a gold digger.
Even like Chad, even if it was getting $500,000 a year, which I know he probably might be getting that, that's still way better than what she's getting as a stewardess.
As a flight attendant, but something made her to say because straight after them having that baby, she said she left.
Because she knows that he's a sucker. So why not lick?
No, you can't. How does a lady have a baby and straight away just says I'm off? Literally,
she knew what she was doing.
Away.
You're right.
For what was the plan? What was the plan? What was the?
Because she wouldn't have got any money if it was spousal support. Because in this country, if you haven't been married for a while, they're not gonna give him nothing. It's not like if they built together.
So what?
I can see if they've been married for 5 years and she helped him with his career. She met him while he was making money. She wasn't gonna get no money, so she might as well just have had a kid. At least she'll get support for the next 18, 20 years.
What bag, innit? Nah, she's rotten to the core, mate.
No, because spousal support is only temporary. Yeah, and they've only been married for a short time.
But listen, her motives was rotten. She's a stupid bitch, really. Throw her in the trash.
Of course.
Pussy
be honest.
I mean, Check, could I add something?
Exactly.
She pussy whipped him, with the more experience that she had, gave him a good old time, locked on. Sad. Go ahead, AJ.
I mean, it's I don't know if you noticed.
AJ, hi. I'm listening to you in the background, AJ.
Thanks, Arlette.
Okay. Love you.
I love you too. Bye. Go ahead, AJ.
That's all good. Because I noticed that there was trouble in paradise with them after. I'm sure there always probably was, but when it leaked into the public eyes after the Sandra Martin fight, when so Tia wanted to hold his son and she wouldn't give him his son.
Yeah,
I didn't like that personally. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. And that just led me to believe, this ain't gonna work out. This ain't good. But anyway, about Canelo, he has a bunch of different kids with it. But his current wife, they do have a young daughter together. I do wanted to say that. They do, yeah. The little girl that's been had all his fights. That's his daughter with his current wife. Yeah, that's their yeah.
Yeah, Arlette, that one's his kid. I mean, that's one.
That's the only one they share together. But yeah, that's their daughter. Got you.
Yeah. Get it? I got it. Wow, boy. Okay. Right. Regis Progre.
But bottom line, Teo is not retiring. I think he'll be back. So
no, of course he'll be back. It's just like, I get it now. So he doesn't have to give that bird any money. I don't blame him. Fuck that. Yeah, stay retired for a little minute.
This is why you don't get married young.
Yes.
People, you know what I mean? You don't get married young. You spend your time getting to know your woman or your man or whatever else. You know, you wait till you establish first. You don't deal with all that. Now, that's why I kind of wish Mike Tyson wouldn't have dealt with Robbie Givens.
Robert, because that was kind of like, even though he was still young, it was the beginning of the end of his mental fortitude.
Yes.
And
you know, it's even deeper than that. It's not even necessarily when people were getting married young, the families properly vetted the children, you know.
Yeah.
So the main thing is if you get an input from your family and you're ignoring it, that's it. That's a double whammy. So
yeah, that's what
those are the people that actually care for you without anything. Now, occasionally I know you got whatever, but they actually on GP just care about you because you happen to be born in their family. So most likely if they give you your opinion, it's not motivated by trying to get something. They're just like, yo, she's a bad chick, you shouldn't deal with her.
God, Teo, man. Yeah, this one's cost you dearly. Even though you're not doing you're not going to give her all the money that you make because you've dipped out and so that you retired. But look at all of this shit that you have to do in order to get rid of this stupid cow. Awful.
She take my money.
I'm in need.
She's a trifling.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, she's awful. God. Jeez, I'm on Teo's side for that. Teo, get rid of the witch. Yeah.
The bottom line is, like, after seeing that performance, I don't want Teo to freaking retire. I mean, he'll be back, but it's just that now, like, how long is this nonsense going to keep him out the ring? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. But at least he vacated the belt, not to hold up.
Yes. So I'm glad he did that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm glad he did that. UGC Flame. What up, UGC? Rumor is she got that WAP. Poor Teo. Well, I don't know what she's got, love. She needs a knock. That's what she need. Oh, right, no WAP. The WAP was the what got. Yeah, the WAP was what got him in trouble, in problems. I'm afraid. He learned a very costly lesson. But like Edward said, he could shake a bitch off and regroup and go on about his life. Do you know what I mean? It's just a shame that he has to do find out what's cooking. Well, oh yeah, Arlette, what are you cooking? It's just a shame that, you know, that he had to run up in that situation. But next time, listen to your family, stupid, and don't be so quick to be like Anthony Joshua. AJ said, fuck it, I'm married to boxing. I'm just going to sleep with these hoes. And
that a kid that didn't get married, so.
He had that kid when he was, how old is Anthony Joshua? How old's his son? About 7, 8, 6,
Probably
7?
had him in his 20s then, I want to say. So.
So he had him at, not too young, about 24.
Oh, yes, when he just got started.
No, lie, older. It would be older. Anthony Joshua's 33.
33, yeah, so. Let's get, yeah.
But they was dating. They were high school sweethearts. So they
I
was
didn't know that. Wow, okay, so they go way back.
Yeah, they was together since they was 15.
Got it.
And then they had the baby then, yeah. And but he bought her like a multi-million-pound condo. Like literally only about 4 years ago. And she's a dance teacher. And he just bought like the whole condo at the top, really expensive one for her. Here, you have that. He has his son for the most part though as well. He's has custody more of his son, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then he bought the mum's old house and then bought another one. So he was just like, yeah, house. And I'm sure you never hear anything about his baby mum. You never hear her, like, any trash stories, no, nothing. So I guess she's just like, yeah, all right. Maybe they could still, you know, connect here and there. We never know, because you don't hear no stories and no wildness on him either. So, you know, but yeah, at least keep it discreet like that. You know, learn a fucking lesson, yo. Learn a motherfucking lesson. Okay, let's go. There you go. Let's happen. Let's see what we're doing now. What's happening here? Okay, ALOT super chat. ALOT super chat. Shouts out to ALOT for dropping that 199 on your girl. I just read it. I'm already dying. Wilder's bad is a gold digger too. ALOT, you can't put no ALOT, you know, you can't. ALOT don't miss a fucking trick. Oh God. Yeah, I believe so as well. That yeah, that's another one as well. Another one. Yeah, I believe so as well. Oh, Telly Swift moved on swiftly, didn't you? Oh, Telly. Yeah, tell you that, mate. You know your stock. It's not those. It's all facts. But the stock that we know, Dillian White, you know, coupler. But hey, hey-oh, you know, some of these ugly men, when they get their money, they think, oh, let's get an exotical. Old ran through one at that. Yeah, you know, because that's a great example. You know, this is, come on, get little money and now all your other 7 black baby mothers you're not interested in. It's like, whatever the weather. Soon as you get your little money, you get the ran through one. You know, the exotical. That's just crazy. Yeah, you could do better as well. But where I will give props as well, guess what? He's still married to one of the baby mothers. She's not baby mother. Deontay Wilder's still married to one of the women that has one or two of his kids.
That's Taylor Swift, right? They're still together?
No, he's not married to Taylor Swift. He's engaged to Taylor Swift.
Oh, right.
He's
yes.
married to someone else.
What the hell?
Because he knows what he's got with her. He's like, listen, maybe you see the one that he's married to. He's like, she's from the mud. She ain't going to be trying to take all of my money. So the longer I have to stay married to her, even though we're not together, it will keep me at bay without having to marry Telly. Telly had a kid before, but now she's got a kid with Wilder. If Wilder really wanted to marry Taylor Swift, why aren't they married? They've been together for ages. They've been together for about 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Aha. Yeah. So Wilder ain't as dumb as he looks. So, you know, shouts out to him. Don't marry her, for real. Anyway, this went on a tangent. We just went on to lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Well, still turn down a small fortune, but you know that's another story for another day.
Yeah, it's going to be too expensive to marry her because he'll probably think, yeah, man, she'll take my money, divorce me. You know, there's a reason why why he's there for that many amount of years and ain't married her. And she was on the show going, "You gotta marry me," and he was like, "Yeah." And then at the end of the season of Wives and Girlfriends, he was just like, I remember that's my introduction. He was just like, just gotta get this ring. So he got her a ring. He's like, yeah, will you marry me? That was 9 years ago. It's never got to a wedding. You tell me why. Because you don't want to. A man only marries if he wants to, innit? Look, everyone's like, why has everyone gone crickety? Come on.
Sorry.
But it's okay.
We'll let you cook, Chan. We'll let you cook.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just. Shouts out to double zeros. New sub, love your channel. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You are most welcome to be here as well. Yeah. So yeah, that is what happens when he don't want to marry you, and I don't blame him because we know who Telly is. We knew Telly before she was with Wilder. She's a socialite. Oh God. It's you again. Go ahead.
You know I got a call. I'm still cooking, but but everything you're saying is 100%. Shan is dropping you guys some gems, and you guys are not paying attention.
No. They don't want to comment.
She dropping gems. No, because you know what I was saying? She watched that show just like me. That Wilder have kids, Telly, whatever her name is, Swift.
Mm-hmm.
He got 3 women pregnant at the same time as Telly Swift. But Telly Swift wanted to be on a reality show.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on that reality show. He already knew the deal. That's why he didn't want to get married to her. He didn't want to embarrass her, but she kept on pressing
whinging for that ring. So, it was so bad. Whinging, whining.
And it was so embarrassing.
It was.
Look,
it was.
This man is never going to marry this woman.
No, it was bad.
This man is never going to marry this woman.
Do you remember?
And it's like...
Go ahead.
I really don't care whether he marries her or what, because he's dumb.
Don't do it.
But the point of the matter is he's not going to marry her. The wife is not going to divorce him. He's probably sleeping with other women. He's not going to... He don't want to marry this woman.
He don't.
And look, he say he wants to have another baby. She's not giving him no other baby.
No, because he won't marry her.
This is not going to last. And she's smart too, because she knows that he's almost 40 years old. And his big paychecks are almost gone.
Well,
so
I think there's one. No, I think there's one on the way because we're in about Saudi. Wilder's not going broke anytime soon. Trust me on that.
Really?
No.
He has a really big fight because he didn't take on AJ's fight. So who else is he going to be fighting that's going to give him life-changing money?
Well, there's a Saudi deal that I need to read the article that came out again today about Wilder signing with the Saudis. No, Wilder's not going to broke any. Even if he doesn't fight AJ, he's still amassed like $30-40 million. And he only lives in Alabama. The cost of living there is like nothing.
Let me tell you something. Wilder's already seeing another woman. And I'm dropping some tea. I heard.
Yeah, I don't really care.
No, I heard that he's dropping. She's a lot younger than Telly.
Oh, yeah, because Telly is a bit older than him, isn't she, as well? Yeah.
She's older than him.
I just good luck to fucking him, but I think he's got the right thing. Don't marry her then, because if he wanted to, he would have. And I just remember on that show that all of the other, like the basketball men and all of that, were all popping the question to their, and he was the last one. She was the last one without a ring, and it went the whole season, right? And one by one, they were all getting engaged and all of that. Some got engaged and married, right? Within the seasons of the show. And I remember it got to the last.
She's sticking with the wrong men, though.
No, do you know what happened? Do you remember she cried?
Do you remember Baby Miller?
Do you remember? Hang on. Do you remember she cried? She cried and she was like, "Oh, I just give up. I don't care if he answers me or not." And then it got to the last episode of the series, and then he did it, and then he did it, and then that was it. We didn't see them back again.
You know what? But she thought she was all that. She bought the fake ass, fake tits, fake teeth. That woman is like 100% fake. And I'm not hating Shan. Because I'm not a fake woman. You can look at my profile pic. Everything on that thing is me. From my hair, my teeth, my body, my ass, everything. I don't have nothing to hate on. But it must hurt her that she spent all that money and he still don't want to marry her yet.
Yeah. Oh well. Shouts out to them.
She thought that she was better, but she still got the short end of the deal. And believe me, if he ever decided that he wants to marry her, she's not. Those baby mamas, all of them are going to take him to court. He's going to be paying so much money on child support.
It's not worth it. Yeah,
it's not worth it.
Yeah,
he's not stupid.
He fucked up.
I'm getting $1,500 a month for my child, and my man. My ex is not even rich. Imagine how much Wilder got to pay his other 8 baby mamas.
Crazy.
And then he makes way more than my child father.
Crazy amounts he'd have to pay. That would break him.
He got to be boxing until he's 50.
Yeah, that would fucking break him. Idiot. Yeah, making all of those baby mothers silly. But anyway, all right. Thanks,
Love you,
Arlette.
babe. I'm still in the chat.
All right. Thanks, Arlette. Arlette has left the booties. Okay, let's get on to some boxing. Enough of the young and the restless, the bold and the beautiful.
But yeah, we're letting you cook though. We're letting you drop your gems. We're letting you cook. That's why I lack a response.
Yeah, I've moved over. Like I want to talk boxing. So, right, Regis Prograis.
I'll mind if I take the lead on this one.
Please do. Please do.
Okay. Without a shadow of a doubt, probably one of the worst fights I've ever seen. Definitely this year by far. Regis did what he could, tried to make a fight of it. I think that his opponent, he was talking stuff before the fight. He came for war. Regis better be ready. Well, based on what I saw, if you were talking about maybe if you were talking about war and like running, I mean, just if it was a running war, then it's like, I mean,
wait, I'm tired. Wait, the monotone in your voice. He said he was going. It was a running war. It was.
Literally. I mean, it's like, I mean, and everybody's gonna be like Arnold. I don't know if CHANN. I don't know if you know Arnold Barboza fought this guy not that long ago and dealt him his first loss on points. Yes. And I saw some of that fight. I'm gonna finish watching it to my detriment. I just want to see how he. I mean, but I said, let me see how he looked against Barboza. And like Barboza looked better because he's got the height and reach on Regis. That's why. So he was able to. And Regis couldn't really get to him like Arnold could. But more or less, it was kind of like the same thing. He was pretty much doing the same thing in that fight, just moving around, kind of trying to spoil with that pigeon-toed cross stance of his. Whatever that was. I mean, but bottom line, I felt it was what it was. It was sloppy. Regis did suffer a knockdown early on. I think it was more like a flash knockdown on the first round, but it was a knockdown nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a knockdown.
It was. But then Regis evened things up. He dropped him in the third, but then after that dude just he was just content to survive and not do much else. And what can I say? Regis he just edged the fight, in my opinion, due to his activity and him trying to force the fight, and this guy just landing a so-so punch here and there. But bottom line, it's a fight that doesn't need to be seen again. And hopefully, let's just move on from this. And honestly, I just want to say that everybody pretty much throwing shade at Regis and hating on him. Well, I mean, like every fighter has a bad day at the office. I don't know why people just can't seem to just remember or understand this. That was honestly the first fight I've actually seen Regis look pretty poor in. But it takes two people to make a good fight. You know what I mean? And everybody's saying like, oh, Regis can't cut off. Well, if you think about his base style, he is a boxer puncher / counter puncher. He's not a pressure fighter. So it's going to be a lot harder for him to do something like that. You know what I mean? Based on styles. So, I mean, but bottom line, I still think Regis is a top fighter. I'm still picking him. This does not take away. I'm not, rating him any less because of this performance. And hopefully we get the Jack Catterall fight next. And hopefully Jack won't be content to do what this guy did. But I still favor Regis to beat mostly any if all 140 pounders in his weight class. It does not change my opinion of him. I think he's bad or he was never any good. It's just people just need to stop just get off this bandwagon and writing fighters off after 1 or 2 bad questionable performances. I mean, does that take away what he did against Jose Cepeda? Does that take away what he did in the World Boxing Super Series? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good point. Kenny Ken, Regis Prograis against
who
did he fight? My brain's gone blank.
Danielito Zarella.
Zarella. The only thing about that fight was the scorecard. It's just. I don't know how.
What was 114 to 113?
And Zarella, one judge gave it to Zarella. Yeah.
And then one was wide, like 118 to 110.
That was way too wide. I didn't see that. Like I saw Zarella probably won rounds, but it was a very tight nip and tuck fight.
118, 110 was for Regis.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was way too wide.
Was it 118, 109 or something like that?
So some crap. Yeah, 110 or 109. One of them was crazy. I think one was 111, 111. Yeah.
117, 111.
Yeah. They gave the Zarella the round difference. That was the 114, 113.
I couldn't believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe, the scoring. But in terms of the fight itself, as I said before, it's who's in front of you. You beat who's in front of you. I have to admit, the first round knockdown, they both it was like it was a flash knockdown, but they both fell over. And I don't know where the referee just for some reason didn't want to call that knockdown. But in the third round with the sort of like the straight left, that was a heavy punch. But after that, it was a case like Zarella. He had a reach advantage. There were times when he was throwing punches, he wasn't even catching the guy. It was as AJ says, it wasn't a fight that you're going to talk about in years to come. You're not going to tell your kids about that kind of fight. It's one of those fights where you think, you know what, just get it, just win, just get out of there. It was terrible. It was a good thing it wasn't on British TV that I had to find it somewhere else because
it was on. It was on
British TV.
It was on DAZN. It was on DAZN.
On DAZN.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It wasn't. Yeah, but the thing was, I wasn't looking for it on DAZN. I was trying to look for it in DAZN, but I haven't got a DAZN package. So I'll see if I was tempted to go.
So you're trying to.
So I had to get it online. But in terms of
DAZN's doing $9.99 a month if you break down.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, no
shit. I changed it to that now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that plan if I'm being honest myself. So
yeah, I might go back onto DAZN, but I have to admit, it's one of those fights that you stay out for, you look forward to, you stay out for it, and when you see the fight, you're thinking, why did I do that for? Why?
I listen. What was the card that we was watching? Well, Ramla Ali got splatted.
Oh, she got parked. Yeah, she got. Yeah. Oh my God, that was bad. Jeez.
That was fucking crazy. But I don't know why you're banging with the banger.
No. It's like the thing is, she had the tools to win that fight. She could have. All she had to do was box, man.
She was boxing. She was good boxed at range.
I don't know. Maybe it's this thing like she has this dog in her where she feels she needs to just have it out with her opponents. I guess I don't know. I mean, but now look what it got her. You know what I'm saying?
No. What it was, what I think it is that she has, because she's all of a sudden scored 2 back-to-back knockouts. She got a bit happy and thought, "Oh, I can knock
trigger happy." Yeah.
Not that girl.
No.
That girl has just only lost.
But she was huge. She was huge, man. I mean, she's
only lost to someone good.
I think another champion in the weight class. Biami left Mercado, I believe, beat her on points, and I think she lost early in her career. Yeah.
Nothing. Listen, I don't know what Ramla thought she was doing. As soon as she got wobbled, I was like, she's leaving the building.
She had already got knocked down prior to that as well.
She got knocked down, and I was like, she's leaving the building. And then she recovered after the knockdown. She started to box, and I was like, yeah.
In the fifth, and she was doing well. She came back again, but then again,
back in the pocket.
Yeah.
And what Guzman did. Instead of the overhead rights that kept religiously landed, she switched it for the left hooks. So she started to time her for the round before she knocked her out. She started to catch her with these left hooks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. Boom. Done. As soon as I saw how Ramla fell down, I was like, she ain't getting up.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
But, sometimes she'll come back. She'll be back, though. Hopefully she'll learn this time.
Lose early. It's better to lose early. She's 8-1, and then at least you learn your lesson. It's no biggie. It's no biggie. So yeah, But so back to the boring fight. So my thing was, I remember I was mocking on my news report on it, and I made a rough guesstimate. I was like, these two cats probably threw about 70 punches throughout the whole fight. Oh, come to fruition, and motherfuckers only threw 86 punches. Shani was 16 punches off by guess.
Yeah.
They threw 86 punches in all 12 rounds.
Crazy.
They also the fix was in though, because in a couple of the rounds, Regis Prograis threw something like 42 punches and didn't land any. And they gave him the round. and the other guy landed. Zorilla landed maybe 2.
Well, I figured as much that Regis would get denied regardless of what happened. I mean, but bottom line, like the way this guy,
there was 2 rounds that Regis Prograis never landed any punches. There was I think there was one round where also none of them literally landed a punch. All of their punches were in single fucking digits. Some rounds, one round landed 6, Zorilla landed 7. Regis only landed in one round, I think, by 1 punch more than Zorilla. So even though we edged it to here, that here over here, everyone's saying Zorilla won and he deserves a rematch because of the CompuBot stats, even though, and they even said they can be questionable, but,
Yeah.
But
this guy, like, is like, you don't win the title doing stuff like that, spoiling like that, that's not how you win.
Let me jump in there.
Yeah, that's not how you win. That's not how you come to get a hold of the champ's belt, and that's how you move. But Edward, if you can chime in on your,
well, look, this I'm gonna tell you my impression. I'm surprised that Zorilla did this because
that's not how he fights.
This was not. Well, this is his opportunity because he's always lived in the shadow of his sister. She's a famous recording artist, and
Oh, for real?
Yeah, his sister is Glorilla, so no, I'm just playing.
Oh, jeez, man. God.
Shout out to Glorilla.
Oh shit, that was funny.
Hey man, but straight up, man. But the problem is like I've seen some people refer like throw this fight away. If there's a book of fight records, this put a X to this. Sometimes you get a guy that just comes in, wants to survive. But Regis did look anemic in his attack. It's just like the whole look, without fail, I could probably say this is the worst fight that's been on TV in the last 10 years. It was terrible. Like, and then I also seen Eddie Hearn coming out. Oh, we thought Zorilla was coming to fight. Bro, did you look at any of his fights? This dude's not like I don't know what the hell.
I heard he doesn't
fight like he doesn't fight like that. It was like it was clear and obvious. And the stupid part that irritated me, because if you look at Regis, he was knotted up, but the dude looked like he got some heavy hands because Regis kind of had like some knots, and I was like, "What the fuck, man? Like, throw some punches." It's just a bad matchup. Regis, like I said, you can't erase it. I don't want to hear about
that style, negative style,
and all this bullshit. I mean, he just had an off night. I also seen a lot of people coming out saying that, I seen some other channels without referring to them saying that Zorilla got robbed, and I was like, bro, if you want the title, I don't give a damn if you like this winning by edge is not how you win a fight. If he wanted to win the title, to be honest, he could have just threw a few more punches and he would have won the title, but he didn't. So oh well. Bad fight, man. Like I said, Regis, hopefully, like I said, get back in the ring soon against something, because I want this shit out of my memory. Because it was terrible.
Please give us the Jack Catterall fight next in like September or something.
Fight of the motherfucking year. Let's get the caller. We got caller in the position. Who's calling? It's Arlington.
Daniel from Houston.
Huh? Which one?
No, it's Daniel from Houston.
Oh, hi Daniel from Houston in the position. What up, Dad?
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
Got your bag already.
Yeah, that Regis Prograis fight, that was painful to watch. And what was worse, the co-main event, Giasov and Calderon, that was garbage too.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. That was really bad.
Yeah.
The what?
After the Ali fight,
that was another fight on the undercard that was just as bad, if not worse. I mean, the Prograis fight was worse, but one guy just was content to spoil and move around, and the other guy was chasing him. And it was like, oh god, not a good card, except for the Romulo fight. So.
Yeah, after the Romulo fight, that card went to shit.
It really did.
Ramla Ali fight.
Yeah.
That was
when she got knocked in the next year.
Yeah. So what did you think about the Prograis Zorya fight in its entirety? Who did you have winning? Because a lot of people are saying different things.
I had Prograis because I'm not a fan of that trying to survive style. But this was the third worst fight I've seen. The worst was Eastern Barthélemy.
You did say that
for me, and Casimiro and Rigondeaux.
Oh yeah, that one was bad.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, that's in the vein. That's in the vein of that. This stuff. Yeah.
That was bad. That I absolutely saw.
Especially after all the shit Casimiro talked.
That was a bad fight.
And then that's what I got.
Wouldn't you put Tyson Fury Klitschko? Is that?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say it.
Oh, that's top 5. Yeah, that was bad too. That's top. That's in my top 5.
That fight was.
Yeah, but those 3 are worse. But yeah.
But I just find it comical how, like, you know, like I mentioned before, people are writing, "Oh, he's food for Devin and Teo." I'm like, okay.
Somebody just said he was washed up. Y'all tripping, man. Like,
bro, y'all. I mean, do y'all not know? I mean, did Teo not look like shit in his last fight before Josh Taylor? Do y'all not? We've seen this before.
Yeah, he did.
Someone said he's washed up in it. Oh, you did,
Maddie.
Oh, bro, come on now. Let's not. You know. Must be. I mean, you must be a casual or something. I'm not. So, no offense.
No, Regis is. I think he's one of those guys that gets up for the challenge, and this wasn't like Regis is low key sitting on the shelf, kind of irritated that punks like Ramirez is ducking him, and he's probably like, "Oh, okay, here we go." But he's dangerous because we bring up the Josh Taylor. Yeah, he lost that fight, but I think a lot of that was more to inexperience than just the fact that Josh Taylor was a better fighter. They ran that back immediately, and I think he gets him.
I agree.
I agree with Josh Taylor. Yeah, where he didn't want to run it back with Catterall. Catterall had kind of seen what the kind of bullshit he was going to pull, and then you see Teo culminating with delivering an ass whooping. So just because a guy loses a fight, you guys got to take like guys get better off losses sometimes. In any other sport, you can lose against a team. You're like, okay, now I know what to expect. So that's the thing about it. Like, look, he's sitting here. He's trying to get all the smoke from all the top fighters. He don't want to turn out no shit. They drug some dude named Zorilla. Let's be honest. Who heard of this dude before he was about to fight?
Not me.
None of us did. So it's like, bro, they drag somebody up to keep him busy.
I didn't see Rosa whoop it, school him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, his sister Glover, that's it. But straight up, man, it's just like. It was just not a good matchup, and this happens. So lull some of these dudes to sleep. Maybe they'll bring them, but that's not even gonna happen because Ramirez and them ain't dumb. They're like, yo, this is just a bad match. I would have looked at that way against this guy. So you know what I mean? They know he just needs top level comp. He needs that fight. He wants that fight again so that he can bring his like I said, because the way he did Zepeda, I'm sorry, that ain't happened 20 years ago. That was within this year, and he smashed them. So come on, man.
Not even a year ago. Not even a year ago. Yeah.
No, it was about 8 months ago, something like that. Done him with his drunken master style. He used the Emmanuel Augustus style in that fight. Remember, Edward, we say that.
Yeah, and when you have a guy that's going to fight like this who just is happy to do nothing, that's just going to happen. There's no name the other fighter at 140 is going to fight him like that. T.O.'s not going to fight him like that. If Devin comes up, he's not going to fight him like that. Devin's
not going to move much. I don't see him moving that much like that.
Yeah, I mean, look, even what's the name that T.O. beat recently wouldn't have fought him like that. I mean, so it's just he just got this one off, and they dug up somebody. Somebody said, "Bring it." Like, I don't know. Like I said, you guys ain't doing your film study over there at Matchroom because you should have seen this coming. Like, the dude's not like Regis because of his style. You need somebody that's going to bring some kind of heat if he's at his home crowd, and you're trying to a fill-in fight. Something I don't know. But that was just a bad matchup, bad whatever.
Yeah,
Regis
throw
it away. Act like it don't exist. Straight up.
It was bad that the hometown crowd was booing too.
Yeah, he got booed. They all got booed.
Yeah,
and that was in Louisiana. I don't know, and he did admit
that was in his hometown.
He said it was a bad performance. It was. He don't know if it was the moment got to him, or a part of the dude's style was just running, and he said he needs to learn to cut off the ring.
Yeah, I do like
this is the theme of the last year, man.
Post-fight.
And it was a knockdown.
Yeah. I like to Regis acknowledge his mistakes post fight though. So that's he's keeping it real. So I appreciate that.
Hey, y'all fighters need to keep being on neutral ground because it seems like every time one of them come home, it's embarrassment.
That's kind of like a running theme, like a running theme lately. Like whenever they have a hometown defense, it's like they look like shit or they lose or they like really they.
The ladies too, Katie Taylor going home getting smashed.
Like, getting smashed by Chantel, all that.
And it's usually on
Eddie's. Cameron beat her.
It's usually on Eddie's cards when he does the
Matchroom cards that this happens. Yeah.
If Matchroom offer you to have your fight where you're from, turn it down.
Lee Wood in the first fight against Laurie got smashed. Like in his hometown.
Josh Warren.
Josh Warrington in Leeds against Alberto Lopez. Yeah, he lost. Like who else? I know there's more.
Canelo.
They keep Bivol fighting on the road and he looks amazing.
Yeah,
in Vegas, but still more or less
still his day lost. Would you say, Edward?
Said they keep Bivol fighting on the road and he looks amazing, man. He ain't never going to go fight at home, bro.
Road warrior.
Like, keep him far away from home.
Yeah,
that's the only time they look good because, like I said, everybody they have
does well on the road too.
Bad business.
Yeah, Alicia does well on the road. Yeah.
This is making me nervous. Her hometown defense against Leonardo too. Oh God, like no.
Hey, bringing it full circle. If you think about it, it started with Josh Taylor, man. When he went home and then he got it. That's when it started, bro. Like that was the first embarrassing performance.
Yep.
The curse started. The curse was in the building. It was. Eddie, I don't know what you're doing there, mate. But yeah, you're setting up some little.
That Baumgartner card is pretty good.
I like the Love Hitchens fight. I like the Love Hitchens fight. That's a good fight.
And then Andy Cruz starting off with Burgos.
Andy Cruz is making his debut.
Cruz starting off with Burgos.
That's on the Franchon Cruz and thingamajig undercard. And oh no, sorry, Natasha Jonas.
I thought Cruz was on Baumgartner.
Natasha Jonas is fighting on the Franchon Cruz and
Candy White, for the IBF welterweight title, yeah. Andy Cruz is going to be on the Alicia card, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, okay. Do you want to have anything lastly to say, Daniel? You can call back once we move on to other topics and stuff.
It depends on the topic. If it's what about Zoo and
no. I'm doing enough. I said you can wrap it up for now and call back when I
okay, cool.
Topic. Yeah,
because
I need to get through the topics first and then we'll
All right, cool.
So shout me back when we go through the other topics to add in. Thank you so much, Daniel from Houston.
Definitely. Later.
Yeah, shouts out to you, Daniel. Thanks for the call-in.
I mean, but Chan, like just one thing I just wanted to add before we wrap that up.
Mm-hmm.
The guys like Zarya, Sandor Martin, the spoilers. I think I have this hunch that whoever they get in with, they're not gonna make their opponent not look so good. But bottom line, Sandor is still more aesthetically pleasing than this guy because he even though he boxes, he's not like on his bike so much like this guy was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, despite the fact that his fight with Teo was still a better fight to watch. Like steadily than this last Regis fight was.
Yeah, and Sandor Martin beat the shit out of fucking Mikey Garcia. So
see, there you go. That's what I'm saying.
That's the difference. There's danger fighting that dude. Like even though he may make you look bad, but in the process of looking bad, you getting your ass whooped is even worse. This dude was making Regis look bad, and he wasn't even whooping his ass. So it's just like, bro.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line, I don't want to see this Zarya guy again. I don't ever want to see him fight again. I can care less if I'm not. Yeah. I'll be on the lookout for his fight, but I won't be watching him. But I'll be on the lookout for his record to see who else if he fights or takes on anybody else. But bottom line, let's just file that in the who gives a fuck folder and just move on.
Yeah.
Say that on floppy disk.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Burn it. Just burn the tape that way. You know what I mean? We can't unsee it. That was trauma. It was a traumatic build, isn't it, mate? That was traumatic, that fight. Yeah, everywhere, guys. Yeah, private chat. Yes. So, so, all right. So, what's happening? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, what's happening now with Regis Prograis? He is supposed to, because Jack Catterall's supposed to get a title fight, right? And it's supposed to be, but the money fight's looking like it's going to be Devin Haney, Prograis.
Well, I can't be correct. I mean, I don't see Devin taking that fight just yet. Maybe this performance will entice him to, but I still don't see it just yet for his first fight at 140. I see him wanting to probably get his feet wet first, because I think Devin's got a lot of options. So they'll explore those, but I don't see him taking a Regis fight at his first fight. Could be wrong, but I just don't see it. Not that I would mind that. I mean, of course, I would. I mean, I'd like Regis to fight Jack Catterall next. That's what I'm hoping for, personally. So
It does. If he fights Jack Catterall, we're saying that will probably be a fight in the UK, obviously, because
I'm sure he wouldn't mind traveling. Honestly, he wouldn't mind traveling. Plus the fight, I think actually the fight would do better in the UK. If I'm being honest, I don't think it'll be a big fight in
the UK. Would it be a big fight in the UK? Would it?
It'll be bigger than the way if it took place in the US, because I don't think anybody really. Because I think Jack is more of a draw out there than Regis is a draw in the US.
Oh, Jack Catterall's not a draw at all out here.
No, he's
not.
That's the problem.
Okay.
He's not a draw out here.
They equally are in the same place. I think that's Matchroom's production in the UK is probably going to be 20 times better. So
okay.
That's the thing about it.
I mean, the fight
that was bad. That was a bad showing over here in Catterall. Like I said, I think, to be honest, I know Regis is a champion, but I'm gonna tell you that Regis and Catterall fight is not a headliner. It's probably a co-main fight. Co-main. It's not a main event at all.
No, it's not, and it's going to be a snooze fest.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like the way Jack fights, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I mean, it's still. You can still kind of like.
It's not like Zorilla, but
no, but it can still be very.
What do you think, Kenny Ken? Is that fight? What do you think? Jack Catterall against Regis Prograis. Sorry, I forgot that you're there. Sometimes Jack Catterall, Regis Prograis, shit fight, or is it going to be a boring snooze fest as well?
It's how you build a fight, isn't it? It's how you build a fight. You know, fact is, I believe the last time Regis Prograis fought was when he lost to Taylor and split, isn't it? Was it in the final? Was it about how many years ago? It was about 5 years ago, wasn't it?
Back in 2019, like 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago, and it was the final at 0-2, and that fight was well built. You know, the ridiculous and irrelevant Derek Chisora took great exception that he wasn't the main event. That Josh Taylor and Prograis were were the main event. So it depends how Eddie builds it. If he builds a fight really well in the UK, I think he'd do well. It's all about, because at the end of the day, Jack Catterall is the champion. Champion as never was, because of what happened with Josh Taylor, where he got robbed. So if you want to try and sell that to British fans, I think people think, right, this is Jack Catterall's chance to finally get what his due is. He got robbed of the Taylor fight. If you build like that, then it will sell tickets, especially in Manchester. He's from Chorley, so you take it to the north. I think that'd do well. Remember Prograis as well. He was involved in a classic fight with Josh Taylor. I don't see any reason why it won't sell in the UK. Of course, in the United States, and I say it respectfully, not many people have heard of Jack Catterall at all, so it won't do it well in the US. But in the UK, 100% it would do well. We get some good numbers, especially if you use, this is the big night for for Jack Catterall to finally be crowned as a world champion. We knew he won it anyway, but he didn't get it officially because of poor officiating. That's how you sell a fight.
Catterall beats Prograis.
I know. I don't. You know what? You just don't know. In boxing, the greatest equalizer is preparation. You can look at both their resumes. You can look at their previous fights. But look what's happened last week with Teofimo. The worst thing you could do as a boxing fan is just think, right, he was crap in his last couple of performances. He's never going to do it. Let's not forget, Evander Holyfield had a heart complaint before he fought Mike Tyson. And everyone was saying that despite the fact Evander was a great champion at both heavyweight and, cruiserweight, you know, he got battered by Riddick Bowe in that fight. How could he beat Mike Tyson? Well, he found a way, because sometimes it's the opponent. If you get a world-class opponent and you feel like this is your only chance to, you know, to reclaim your title, win your title for the first time, it elevates your performance. And I think that Jack Catterall would be motivated by fighting Regis Prograis. And Regis Prograis ain't going to want to lose to Jack Catterall, because he's going to want big fights in the future. So that's what's going to make the fight, is motivation. There's no way he's going to take.
That was his DAZN debut, though, and it's so unimpressive like that. It's just
but think about it. Let's not forget, Regis Prograis, in some people's eyes, won the fight against Josh Taylor. It was, you know, he probably thought that he was hard done by as well. So in his last outing in Britain, he felt that he lost to a home decision. So he's got a lot of proof. That fight will sell. Both of them fought Josh Taylor. Both of them felt that they both beat the guy, and that decisions went against them unfairly.
Yeah, he'll do better here, obviously, for sure. But I mean, will we want to see?
Is it a headliner? Is it a headliner though?
Yeah, no.
It depends. If you bill it right, yes, it is a headliner. If you bill it right,
he will. He'll bill it as a fucking headliner, won't he?
It will. But then again, the best way to do it is if you're going to make it a headliner, make sure that the undercards are good undercards. And I think one thing you got to give Eddie Earn, his undercards are not as bad as other promoters who
not as bad.
His undercards are really good. Usually
are tragic.
Yeah. So, if anyone could pull off one thing about Eddie Earn, he's not my cup of tea most of the time, but I ain't gonna lie. I've been to a lot of his fights. I've some of his cards that I've forgotten. I've never once had a complaint about the card. I've had a few complaints about some of the dodgy decisions.
Yeah,
but the actual cards and the actual facilities that he puts on for fight fans, never had a complaint. Now, Frank, there are times where I thought,
Frank's got crash cards. What do you mean do better? Try and do.
I've been to a few Frank.
You've got 4 fights on your undercard, mi hermano.
Back in the day, before Matchroom got all the, before Matchroom were given exclusive rights to Sky, Frank's undercards weren't that bad. But it's only when what's his name, Barney Francis gave all his dates to Matchroom. It's like Frank just threw the towel in.
Go ahead, Kenny. Why did you
that's
stop?
what I'm saying. I think Frank threw the towel in terms of like his undercard, and I think they've never really recovered. But Frank's got potential there. He's got real potential. He's just lazy. You know what I think it is with Frank? I think with Frank, he gives into fighters who say, "I want everything. I want it all. I want it all. I don't want to pay all the, like the other fighters, any part of my purse. I want the whole gate to myself." And it doesn't work like that. You only have to look at a Tyson Fury fight, because of his his demands in terms of having the greatest share of the ticket prices, the TV. That doesn't leave much for the undercard. So some fighters think no. It's like, so for instance with Tyson Fury, if you look at his undercard, a lot of it is his mates are fighting there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Family. It's always his fucking family.
Yeah, exactly. His mates. But you can say the same about Deontay Wilder card. There's times when Deontay Wilder, when you look at some of his cards in the US, his brother's fighting on the undercard.
Yeah, get knocked out.
Yeah, that as well.
Still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm.
He's still fighting to this day. Do you know what I mean? So, give him a break.
Oh yeah. You support
the way a lot of Frank Warren's cards. The problem is overall when people have bad cards is the way they're constructed, because they'll have fighters within their own sector that they're avoiding from fighting each other. You used to build fight like the co-main was a dude that was going to be a potential opponent for your champion, you know what I mean, or something like that along the lines. But now it's like his fight. The other problem with Frank Warren cards is he lost his last ace. I mean, you can say Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury doesn't fight enough for you to call that your ace. You need a guy that's going to at least fight 2 or 3 times a year for you to generate proper cards. Your Dubois is Dubois, and then you got motherfucking the Juggernaut got beat up. So it's like, bro, what do you got in the cupboard? You don't even have you have a thin cupboard to be honest. The three of them dudes should have been on cards together. Not necessarily. I know they fought. They fought each other, but they should have, like, every time you seen one, you should have seen the other. Like the Juggernaut should have been on their Tyson Fury card or something. Like it doesn't make any sense that you have a heavyweight stable and they're always fighting around each other, because a separate date don't matter if nobody's interested in your fucking. I mean, it doesn't make sense the way you can make it busier. These younger guys can fight. He could have been on Tyson Fury card, then like a few months later fought again, and then being on. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. That's not what's happening. You got one good fight against. You got one good. It's top heavy as hell. You got one good fight, and then the rest is like, who are these dudes? And then on top of that is, who are these dudes, and they ain't even trying to prove nothing. So they're burning fights on top of that. So it's like, bro, like he's in a pond where it's like, dude, you got. I understand everybody wants their money, but you guys is goofy. You're in too small of an area to be having separate promotional companies, and then the majority of the fires or the majority eyes are on the other company because they got a better overall roster. And you're sitting there trying to put together little shit in little showroom places and stuff. And then I'm watching your fights and I'm thinking dudes are getting robbed. So it's like, bro, it's only so often you can do that, you know? So it's fundamentally
payday. You want payday. I know that.
Hate it.
Exactly. Because really, here's the funny part is, like, when you think of his production, he's more of a, like, what's a lower level production company that has to always work with somebody like Lou DiBella.
Lou DiBella.
Yeah, Lou DiBella. Like, he's on that level, but trying to pretend he's on the Eddie Hearn level, and you're not, bro. You're Lou DiBella Productions. You're main events from California Productions, bro, and you got to work with everybody. But you have one ace in the hole, and you've been dragging that out. And guess what? That ace is 30-some years old and talking about retiring. So what are you gonna do now?
Yeah, that's true.
Who's that?
Ed, great example of that.
The Fury, he's always retiring, coming back, never fight. He doesn't fight enough for you to use that as your main attraction. You need a guy that fights 2 or 3 times a year, and he doesn't. So you can't have that be your main guy. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but I think, Ed, you made a great point, because I remember going to a card, and I think it was in 11 years. It was 10 years ago when Carl Froch was fighting Kessler, and on the undercard was George Groves, where he won his fight in about 8 rounds. I was at the O2, and then after Carl Froch beat Kessler, avenged his loss against Kessler. George Groves is on the undercard. The next fight after that in Manchester is George Groves, Carl Froch. So yeah, that again, George Groves was the next cab of the rank, because he was, like, obviously it was so that was hard, easy to build. And I think Eddie has pulled a blinder there, but I think in terms of, like, the thing that problem Eddie Hearn's got is that the reason why you're seeing Eddie Hearn being aggressive in terms of lower weights, because at the end of the day, he would like to be running the heavyweight division like he was before. But the problem is, his heavyweights are nowhere near the title. And as much as Frank Warren's got that pork chop fat, Tyson Fury, he's still got Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
he's still got his hands around the Champions League, and that's the problem for a lot of promoters, is that as aggressive you can be with all your undercards or your main cards. The fact is that most boxing fans want to watch heavyweight boxing.
Yes, please. Is that asking too much? Can we please? Can we have some more? Fucking hell, for real. Yeah. I don't know. Okie dokes. So, Prograde was to see, because I would like to see him fight Devin Haney, but like AJ said, we don't know if that would be the next fight. But Eddie said he's open because he's spoken to Haney. You saw the Haney and them lot FaceTime. Now everyone wants to come at Prograde. They feel that he's fair game now, innit?
Yeah, they think he's food all of a sudden. But I'm telling you, that don't just think that because he had a questionable performance.
Yeah,
because it's not enough proof. It's going to take more convincing than that.
Yeah,
let's just say he fights Jack Catterall next, right? And he goes out there and ices him in like 6 or 7 rounds. Okay, well, yeah, all those people who were saying that, watch, well, you still gonna be thinking that he's food for Teo and Devin if he does some shit like that. Yeah, you know what I mean.
They'll have to eat crow, mate.
I mean, but I will say so. Sorry.
We have to all eat crow as well. Everybody that's on the panel. So let's do a group crow eat because David was right and we were wrong, guys, with our predictions. So are you ready to all eat? Get your plates. I'm serving those crow burgers. Ken, what would you like on your crow burger? It's no humble pie. You're gonna have to eat crow because we got the wrong prediction.
Hey, you know what? I saw a good fight, so I was happy to be wrong. You know, because the other day I thought I went on reputation. I thought Josh Taylor would turn up to the office, but you know, Teofimo sucked him in and took him out.
How do you want your burger, Kenny? Because we've got to eat.
Oh, well done. Well done. It's always well done. You know,
you want your burger.
You know my burger, right? I don't like it. I don't like it too. I want to actually taste the beef, so I want it.
No, it's
maybe
crow.
medium.
It's crow.
Yeah, well, yeah. I want to actually taste the crow. You know what I mean?
You want to taste the crow. All right, AJ, how do you want your crow burger?
I haven't been well done as well, but I already ate mine. I already hate mine.
No, you haven't ate yours yet here. You
want yours? Well done. But yeah, I mean, Chad, if I could just shout out somebody right quick who actually did pick Teo to win. Rico.
After we eat our crow, you can shout.
Okay.
Edward, how do you have your crow? Do you want some extra relish on that, or
no? You know, in respect of David, put some sea moss on my burger.
Oh, you want some? Oh yeah, we'll have some sea moss.
That sea moss on there.
I'm gonna have mine with some mayo and some tomato and a slice of processed cheese. All right. So, are you ready? Here's your crows, sir. I've got to wash that down with some juice.
Yeah, man.
That was lovely.
But David wasn't the only one who picked Teo to win. Just Rico on Twitter. He picked Teo to win as well. So credit Rico on Twitter. You might not know him, but he's actually an affiliate of Sport.
Who's Rico?
He's actually an affiliate of Sport and Icons. They work together. I think he might work for him and does interviews. Stuff like that. Good guy from the UK. Good dude. I mean, I hope he's on the UK.
He picked Regis to.
No, he picked Teo. He
Teo to beat
Josh. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Shouts out to him then. Shouts out to him. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we got that wrong, but we ate our crow and it's all good.
It's what it is. I mean, like, I'm not tripping. I'm happy. Teo pulled it off, man. Credit to him. You know what I mean? He surprised all of us once again. You know, we thought he get dealt with.
To take up. What I won't have is him talking about. You see, Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman is.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I already know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
Okay, confirmed that Teofimo Lopez is 2-time undisputed.
Max should know better than that. He should know better than that.
Kellerman, just get out of fucking town.
Yeah, I mean, he may have beaten the former undisputed, but guess what? Josh didn't have all the belts. They're all held by other people now. Let's knock this cap shit off. All right. I mean, come on. Well, what are we talking about here? Like, seriously, are we just giving people like participation awards now? Or just fantasy awards?
Kellerman, man, like you said, he know fucking better. And what pisses me off here's the shitty part, guys. The bare definition means undisputed, means no one disputes you're the champion. Guess what? He was disputed at 135. He was disputed. He's disputed at 140 right now.
Always disputed.
Please shut up.
Yeah. He was always disputed. So I don't understand, because he was never undisputed. So why is Max Kellerman feeding into these stupid narratives?
Because Max Kellerman's an idiot. He used to be actually good at boxing, but he became an idiot or something. I don't know.
I think some PR gimmick that they're trying to push. Honestly, that's what I think. So
smoking crack cocaine. He has to be. Yeah, he was saying it seriously. Yeah, he's 2-division undisputed champ, man. And then you go and have fucking Derek James piggybacking off of that.
You're saying that at the press conference for Spence, like, bruh, stop. That's why I'm glad Terrence checked him and put him back over the line.
No, sorry, sir. You said that. You like,
what you talking about, mister? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Manny? What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about, Willis?
Stop it. No,
I mean, honestly, you can kill this with like 1 or 2 questions. It's like, okay, Max. Well, if you actually think that, could I ask you one question? Does Teal currently have all the other belts?
Thank you.
No. Okay, well, how's he undisputed then at 140?
Thank you.
And why the belts get? This is the other shitty part about it. Like, and this is what it irritates me, and probably one of the things that I dislike about Loma. He caused all this shit. Like, bro, if you you getting that franchise Punk belt and then basing that fight in Devin Haney or disposing of him, or to be honest, probably back then you probably would have beat him clearly. And then you fuck around, give this egomaniac fucking T.O., you fight him half-ass and you lose, and then this fool talks shit for a year and gets ass whooped by basically a nobody. And now we got to keep hearing about this shit. Like, bro, cut it out. ESPN calls all this shit, erasing your fucking loss and everything. Loma, you better glad your name ain't Tyrone, bro, because your life would be completely fucking different. I hate that shit. It's so irritating. Like, shut up. Like, you're not, like, this generation's like, they don't want to do shit to earn nothing. They want titles without doing anything, bro. You guys can want to fucking participate. Look, man, you got a red ribbon, bro. Blue is first place. So shut up. God damn. It's like Max Kellerman, man. Just shut up, bro. Their boxing coverage as ESPN is anemic at best. It's terrible.
I mean, for some reason, they got Loma ahead of Teal on the pound for pound list. Make sense.
Well, a joke, man. Teal has 2 signatures. Look, people can say what they want. He beat him and fucking he beat Josh Taylor. Whatever you want to feel, that shit is right now. Of all those lightweights, Haney, anybody else, Teal has the most significant wins out of all of them. I don't give a fuck. He did.
I mean, even though I thought Loma beat Devin, technically he still lost. So why is it ahead of Teal on the list? I don't. How's that possible?
Because they're gonna rate when fuck, because they're either doing one or two things. They're either gonna let Haney move up to 140, and they're gonna bring Shakur in, and he's gonna fight fucking Lomo, and they're gonna be like, oh, he did a number one put. Like, it's just a whole bunch of narrative bullshit, man.
Building, yeah. Max Kellerman, fuck off.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah, just we ain't got time. That really hurts me when I saw him say it's like, yeah, he was saying it like it was a fact. I'm like, okay, the delusion is
CHANN, this is why I couldn't be a pundit, man, because I couldn't keep my tongue. I couldn't mind my tongue. Like I'd be
yeah.
I'd be clapping back, seriously. I mean, when people talk nonsense like this,
clap back. They don't, innit?
No, I mean, they just sit there and listen to this shit like it's gospel, like it's actual fact. Like, I mean, bro, like he's not. No, he's not. Like, what are you talking about?
You don't got no professional journalists no more, man. These motherfuckers just be happy to be there. It's like, bro,
just fanboys. The fanboys masquerading as journalists. That's all they're doing.
That's what it is. Cats with cameras, fanboys with cameras, and that's all it is. To be fair, I just want to get Kenny's last thing on Spence and Bud before he dips, because I can see typing's happening, so I know what Kenny's like. Kenny. Spence and Bud Crawford. Did you get to see the any of the pressers?
I didn't get to see anything. So, but you know what it is. I'm just saving myself for the fight because I just want to make sure.
Watch the press conferences.
No, I'll go and watch them. But you know what it is. I don't want anything to go wrong. You know how long was it? 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, but the pressers, you know, you got presser one that was in Las Vegas, and then two, or one was in New York, or the other way around. Whatever.
You know, thank. The good thing about it is, thank God they're trying to build the fight. They're building a fight.
Happening, yeah. They've got it.
As I said before, do a tour around. You know, as I was suggesting that AJ and Fury do a tour around the country, go on every TV station.
That's how they're doing the conference. They've got New York.
I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're doing it with this fight because this fight deserves this fight deserves all the the publicity it's going to get because I think it's going to be classic. I've got my man who I think is going to win, but you know, when thing with boxing, you just don't know. I think
he's going to win. I can't.
I think Crawford's going to win. I'm convinced Crawford will win. I think he'll win on unanimous decision. But that's just me. I know I'll be probably proved wrong, but I still got him down as unanimous.
Oh, I'm the side. Oh, okay. You've got him on UD. I know. I've got him on straight stoppage. Yeah, I've got him on a knockout. But yeah. He cannot let this go to fucking points. I'll tell you that. Because he will.
I think there's going to be a round where he's gonna hurt Spence, and then that's where he'll just run away with it, and Spence might be too tentative. But you know what? I don't know.
Could be.
You know, last thing I want to do is write off Spence because he's been in a car accident and he's got problems with his retinas. Because, as I said before, a good performance always rubbishes. Any kind of pre-fight, like predictions or any kind of assumptions that he's not the same fighter anymore.
I've got some after this show. I'm going to be trying out a couple of news reports, and we're talking about Spence and his retina and the stuff that he's been saying. So yeah, stand by and you can look out and watch that. Yeah, I'm looking at some stuff.
But I say I know it's barbaric, but if I was Crawford, I'd go for that eye.
That's what you got to do. His eye's not working now, and it's from the accident. And there's stuff that he forgets what he's told us before, and then he's coming and doing these interviews.
Did he have problems before the accident? He had problems with one of the eyes before the accident.
How hurt you are, huh?
Didn't he have a problem with his eye before the accident?
Listen, no, the retina was after the accident, right? When he was going to fight.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But
it was after. That was after. Yeah.
But he says something. I'll do the report. He says something to let us know it slipped. That basically it was from the car crash that he feels that it was from the car crash. Look, he slips up a lot. This is what I've realized. I watch shit. I'm like, okay. And the excuse is already in the building. He's already talking about how he still hurts now and, and this. And to make weight, how does he make weight? He says,
don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. That's what he wants. That's what he wants.
He's not playing possum. He's telling the truth. That's the only truth. He's called Errol the Truth Spence. He tries to conceal it, then the truth spills out. He tried to conceal it. It came out. He's admitted everything now. That I just drinking. I stay fat. I don't do nothing thingy. But the truth does really. The truth comes out in the end.
Well, Crawford has to hope it happens in the ring, because if I was
so far
Crawford. If I was by Crawford, I'll prepare for the very, 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 very best.
You still got to prepare for the best. Yeah, Bud said it. Bud's been doing a lot of promo. He said, I'm preparing for the best. And then, they're throwing out, well, you ain't fought nobody. The Bud was like, I guess I'll make you look like a nobody then. Guess you ain't nobody then, because I'm going to be fighting.
He still needs to find a way to negate the footwork and the speed as well.
Of who?
He's still got to negate all the strengths. No, I've got it wrong. No, let me phrase it. He needs to negate. He needs to negate. Any of the strengths that Spence is going to provide. And I still think
he's got footwork. Spence is flat-footed and a fucking.
No. I mean, but in terms of like I said, what I said is that I go back to his performance. His strength. Yeah, that's what I go back to his strength and his performance against. In previous fights before the accident. I'm thinking I can see why there's still a few people who think, Errol Spence Jr. can, may get this. But maybe that
Kell Brooker's was his toughest fight to date.
And it was a good performance. It's a brilliant performance.
Listen, if Kell Brooker's your toughest fight to date, listen, Terence Crawford washes you. Listen,
look what we did last.
No, but that Kell Brook was. Listen, this is what people are saying. The Errol, the extreme fanboys are like, well, Kell Brook, Bud fought a worse Kell Brook than Errol Spence. Listen, because his eye was broken, and Errol Spence is running with this as well in his interviews as well. This is why I have to do these. These shutdowns. Like I'm gonna have to do a series of these shutdowns on old Spence, because listen, just tell the truth. If let's talk about the facts. We had Kell Brook fighting at 160, Triple G, all eye smashed, then goes all the way down to 147 within a year, and fight Spence. Smashed Orbital under a year.
No, it wasn't even a year. It wasn't even a year. It was 8 months. It was 8 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
8
under
months.
a year. Go straight to 147. You get your eyes smashed. Now, your other eye smashed. Now, Bud Crawford, he basically fights Brooke like 3 years later, right? By this time, Brooke's healed for 3 years, plus got 2 titanium things in his cheek.
Coming off consecutive wins.
And kind of coming off 2 or 3. It was
3 wins.
At what? 154 and 147?
154. Yeah.
Okay. Who got the better Brooke? Who got the better Brooke? So listen, I'm down for saying you both got the both rubbish Brooke and Triple G got the best Brooke. Or if Errol got the better Brooke, so did Bud Crawford. And if Errol got the shit Brooke, then so did but if you're just using the facts, I would say that Bud got the better Brooke.
We'll find out on the 29th of July.
They've got a damaged Brooke, nonetheless, though, didn't they?
Yeah, but it's funny that it seems like Spence is piggybacking off of what the fans are saying, more or less. That's always the shit they say online. When he said that, it's like, oh, this is what his fans have been saying for years.
He just goes with what the fans are saying, and then he regurgitates it out in these interviews and sounds like a right pillock. And it's just like, dude, are you for real? And then he trips up and quick old me, and I'm just like, I'm like, okay, I can see the trip ups. I don't know if a lot of people have noticed the trip up shit that he be saying, but it's all good. A couple people have, but all right, I'm gonna have to highlight it because the cap is in the building. Thank you. Anyway, Kenny Ken, get your rest.
LadyChann.
All right, Ed. All right, AJ. All right, LadyChann. I'll see you next week, hopefully.
Stay easy, Kenny.
Take it easy.
See you later, Kenny.
See you
later, Kenny Ken. Yeah, so let's this is the so we are talking about them anyway. So I can see, sorry, the chat is building up. So yeah. So has anybody seen the did you see Bud on Brian Custer?
No, I haven't seen that yet. Still got my list of interviews to watch. Saw some of them on the Breakfast Club. Spence. I don't think Bud. So I saw some of that interview, not the whole thing, but some of it for the most part. So I got to finish watching that as well. And I mostly saw the segment you posted in addition to other stuff too. And the Breakfast Club with Bud was on there talking about the fight. And Earl wasn't on it because he missed his flight, right?
You got Charlemagne the fanboy. The fanboy. And why wasn't Spence on the Breakfast Club? Because he missed his flight.
Why the hell? Well, why was that? What the hell? Like
you're not really.
Are you? That's what I'm saying. Stuff like this. Like, is he really serious about this fight?
Dude, I've just seen Terrence Crawford promote like hell. Terrence Crawford went and done the Breakfast Club. Then he flew to LA and did Sway in the morning. And he did Brian Custer. I've seen fucking Spence on one fucking poxy. He did Big Boys in Atlanta.
And that's it?
And he did Gilly the Kid.
Wow. So he wasn't even on that. All those up. Wow.
Bud did Gilly as well, I think. But Bud's did that. Like, Bud's doing everything. You're doing nada.
Oh boy. Well.
Then you're there. Woe is me complaining about, I didn't take up no tune-ups. Danny, fucking, my guy was a tune-up. Danny Garcia, he was a tune-up.
He was.
Yeah. Bud be taking.
But like, nobody asked you to stay inactive for like another year and another 16 months after those fights, though.
I'm sick of it. Yeah, I'm sick of the shit. Like, yeah. So, Edward, have you seen any of those, the Breakfast Clubs and stuff like that? Any of the interviews? Have you been keeping up with what's been going on?
I saw the Breakfast, and I see some of the individual interviews that Bud and then Spence did. I really like the fact that the guys are both trying to get this fight cracking. And I was mildly surprised that the press conference was a little more entertaining than I thought it was going to be, because typically these dudes are both kind of like boring, but they they did the best. They're doing the best with their personalities based on who they are. So and I really enjoyed, there was a moment where Bud checked fucking Boots Ennis. I love that shit, because Boots called up there with some bullshit and he just fucking smashed on him. So like I said, I like the build up. I mean, they're doing the best that they can as far as promoting the fight.
How?
So
One's not even turning up to interview.
I don't know about. I watched other interviews with Spence. So I don't know when they're happening or if he's doing more. I don't know, but I see them both. A lot of ads are getting issued. A lot of ads are. Huh?
He's did 2 interviews. He's only did 2.
Okay, well, all right. So if you want to say Buzz promoting a fight, fine.
Yeah,
Look, I'm gonna put it like this. At the end of the day, the like, even just the topic that we're just having, like that back and forth, like I'm just happy that finally we're gonna get some resolution to this. And regardless of who does more interviews, or Spence a flank.
Very sorry, we did back and
I don't
forth.
know what the hell.
We're watching everything about it. So if you don't like the back and forth, it's up to you. But we're going to be noticing who puts more effort into.
That's great.
Into promoting a fight that we've all wanted.
I just saying that I seen 2 interviews and I seen them, but I seen the press conference, and I don't watch every single, like I don't watch Charlemagne and them, so I mean I wouldn't have known that they were on the Breakfast Club yet, but I've only seen a couple from both. So I mean, it's like I haven't been able to sit there and count each one of them, so I didn't know that one person was doing more interviews than the other one. But I just was paying attention to the quality and the content of the interviews.
I mean, we count when it's when you just notice that someone's on the TV more than the other person.
Well, maybe he should be the one promoted, because, like I said, he may be the one that gains the most from the victory. Because if he stops him, like we're talking about, like Terrence Crawford potentially winning this fight can go down as all-time great. I mean, so that's the thing about it. So like maybe
he should be promoting it more than he should be promoting it more than Spence then, as the
I'm just saying that if that's what he's doing and he's that confident, then do his thing. Like, shouts out to them to understand the moment. Like, so I mean, I like I said, Terrence Crawford, I've really enjoyed his interviews. I've enjoyed him talking. Like, he's got some things going. I've enjoyed the back and forth a little bit. I've liked the press conference. I'm more concentrated on to the fact that like I'm happy we're finally getting an elite level fight that we've all been fucking wanting. And it's like literally we're a few weeks away. I mean, so all the other stuff in between and the fan base is battling. I'm just like happy, like finally we can get some resolution. One of these dudes are going to win, and then we're going to be like, well, see, told you, or the person going to be like, oh, see, we told you, and it'll be a wrap.
We'll be saying, we told you. Yeah, we'll be saying that. I can't wait. I'm going to be saying it, and it's like I said, I'm doing a victory. I bear win. I think he does, but yeah, I'm going to everybody that was banging on him, because also let me just I will be doing another report on it. So on Gilly the Kid, Errol Spence says, you guys have a thing called Juneteenth, don't you? That was yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yep. Yeah, it was yesterday.
Okay. We don't have that, but I understand what it's about. Okay, so that got released yesterday, and Errol Spence is on there. He's saying basically he is going to whoop Terrence Crawford like he's Kunta Kinte. Didn't I make that joke before, saying terminologies because they call him Top Rank Toby, and I said next it will be Kunta Kinte. I swear I'll find the clip when I said it. This motherfucker went and said it.
Wow.
That's why I rained down on that nigga. This is why I have to do it, because there's fight stuff, right? And there's trash talk. I'm going to whoop his ass. I'll whoop his ass. You see, when you go down that type of road, and I've listened to a show where every Spence fan called in, and when that was put to them, they all had motherfucking excuses. But you guys call him an aerosexual. Come through. Go ahead, ALOT. ALOT.
Hey, Shan, I just have to rein into what you said before you go to the next subject about what Spence called Crawford Kuta Kente.
Yeah, I'm doing a report on it. My bad. Yeah.
I'm disgusted. That
I know.
ugly, big lip, big tongue. He can't even talk properly. Buck teeth, ugly, color struck, gay. I'm sorry, rainbow, happy person. He got so much yolk. I can't look. He has so much like excess against him that how can he ever talk about anybody?
It's just a lame.
He is so lame.
Yeah, it's just a lame.
He is disgusting.
I know.
He is like, yo, he hangs out with gangbangers. He deep kisses, tongue down rappers. He's just a lame, ugly dude.
Yeah.
Dusty, disgusting.
I know. And
he probably can't get his damn pencil hard because all the damn drinking he does. He's just a disgusting piece of crap.
I know.
I cannot. I think he just like him and Fury is on my hate list out of the most hated boxers currently. He's even over Wilder over me right now.
Yeah, me too. Most hated list.
Yeah.
Wilder's
come on.
Well, yeah, you're right.
No, well, I don't like Wilder.
No,
I hate
like
Wilder,
but I mean,
Spence,
I don't. Yeah,
Spence, right now, Spence is public enemy number one because I know Wilder ain't fighting nobody, so I can't hate on nobody that don't want to fight.
Yeah, he comes out with an odd line here and there, and fucks off.
Yeah, but this guy right here, I hope he gets his
awesome.
I hope he gets his false teeth kicked out.
Dare you? Look, I couldn't believe it. There was another channel that did a show on it as well, and they're totally disgusted. I was like, when I saw it, I said, no, let me jack this back, because this cat could have never said that.
You know what I don't like about PBC? A lot of them be making like colorist comments against Bud Spence. Bud. Danny Garcia's father said that called him blackly black.
He's blue black. Mm-hmm.
And then now this crap. Who the heck does these guys think they are?
And Billy the Kid and his stupid friend just laughing, laughing alongside with it. Damn fool.
Ben's girlfriend looking like a damn transvestite. Yeah, I said it.
I mean, Chad, I'm in a foul mood, to be honest. I'm kind of I'm pissed off hearing that.
It's rude, isn't it?
That's sick. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that it is. You said, and you knew. I don't know.
I'm gonna whoop him like Kuta Kente. Those were his words.
I'm going to. I wish I'd have timestamped it. I'm sorry, Mike. I will do it in the report, and I'll have it playing. That comment for me, you're done, Spence. You can't. I don't care. There's nothing about me that's ever going to accept you. People are like, oh, but he's half Jamaican like you. See, we don't rock like that. You go Jamaica and talk like that about some dark-skinned dude. You're going to beat him like Kunta Kinte and he's top-ranked Toby.
First of all,
you will get lynched in Jamaica for that.
Spence is all over the place. What is he claiming? He's from New York. He lives in Dallas. He's half Jamaican. Yeah. Like, what the heck? People want to ride on Lennox Lewis. This guy's work.
And you know what they said? You know what he said? Bud ain't got no daddy.
Really?
What?
Really?
Bud's at the fights. That gives the daddies. Bud's dad goes to the fights. And
you know what? Let me tell you something.
He's just, there's trash talk and there's despicable. Do you see what I'm saying?
It's trash talk, but you know what? Yeah, at least Bud has his kids by all
the same Ross Clark woman.
By the same woman.
Bitch.
You can call her fat or whatever you want to say. She can have bypass. She can lose the weight. That's his ride or die.
Yeah. It's called rotten.
Like how many different baby mamas? This one right here is
rotten. That's when I realized he's got a rotten core.
She videotaped him drunk. She videotaped him drunk.
No, he's just got.
She don't give a crap about him.
Yeah, I just realized He's just got a rotten core. He's rotten
and
to the
that's
core.
why he gets the woman and the people he has.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Cameron and they called him out.
Yeah, they did the other day. Because that's why the car flipped, because he was running from a certain
He wants to
gangster.
be gangster so darn bad.
Mm-hmm. And then
he is just such a he has
He's
a
an
low
idiot,
self-esteem.
so it's cool. So stand by, stand by for my reports.
Anyway, I'm out. I'll listen, but that really just peed me off.
Yeah.
Bye, girl.
Bye, girl. Bye. Yeah. Shouts out to ALOT. Yeah. Disgraceful. Yeah.
Bud is gonna make him pay. Bud is gonna make him pay for that.
Yeah. He is. Bud will make him pay for that, and I hope he gets paid. He makes him pay heavily. I know all of that. Bud's hearing all of that. Like that's just deplorable, disgusting. And
I mean,
then
because
just laugh along.
Yeah,
I hate Billy Joe. I never watch it.
Terrence, he was on that show too, wasn't he? Was he not? Well, he was there too, right?
It as well. Yeah.
Oh, but now they find it funny. I mean, if he was right there, they wouldn't have been laughing.
Terrence was on it first, and then
Errol came on there. Got it.
And see, like they was all cool with Terrence Crawford, and then when Errol came on, they
flipped. They kind of flipped a bit.
Yeah. Trash ass niggas.
Wow. I mean, because the thing is, because I just want to piggyback off something Kenny said. He brought up how Evander Holyfield beat Mike Tyson. Like how he was able to do this because Evander Holyfield had wanted to fight him for years. Like especially because they were supposed to fight after Tyson was supposed to be Buster Douglas, but since that didn't happen, then Holyfield fought and beat him. This guy became undisputed, whatever. But he's always wanted that fight. Like in his he's always wanted it. I mean, he was obsessed with Tyson. I mean, even in going into other fights, the Riddick Bowe rematch, stuff like that. And then he was able to use that fire that was burning inside him for so long to summon that when they finally did fight, and he beat Tyson. And in the first fight, when he was a massive underdog, everybody thought he was past it, hard issues. He got stopped by Bowe. Wasn't looking too good in his last fight. I mean, he thought he was just slim pickings, but he proved everybody wrong because that fire had been burning for that long. Same thing with Terrence Crawford. Like he said, he's had his eye on the Spence fight since 2017.
They just hate what's great. That's hates what's great. Yeah, he's
I mean, but he said he's had his eye on Spence for like 6 years since 2017. That's how long he's been eyeing that fight, and now he's got it.
Trying to absolutely kind of cover for Errol Spence, like the fight's here. We both wanted the fight when we all knew the trail of. We've watched the whole trail and we've known Spence didn't want that fight.
No, he's never favored it. Never. PBC, they never wanted it.
Yeah, let's just keep it.
I think honestly they're doing the fight now because really like Showtime and they've really got nowhere to go, and they're just saying like they're just like, okay, let's just do the fight now. What the hell? Now's a better time than any. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just go and fight top ranked Toby. Just go and fight him. Go and fight him. Go whoop him like he's Kunta Kinte. Go ahead. We all laugh. We're all black and we're all going to laugh at that joke.
I don't find that funny.
It's funny. You got the black girl from England that's like totally wants to puke up hearing that. And then you got black American men going, but, you know.
So like now we're glorifying slavery to promote fights now, more or less.
If I get demonetized, you're all faggots. Anybody that defends this, you're all fucking faggots. Yeah. Shouts out. The faggotry is in the building. Yeah. Disgusting. So I will be going in.
Sick stuff. I mean, you can promote a fight, but don't go use the slavery angle to do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, no need for that. No need.
But that spins my head. That imagine like we're talking about boxers here and then because who said that if someone white went and said that.
Oh God.
Kellerman went and said that. If Lord. Max Kellerman said that, what would you lot do? No, he's got to be fired.
Yep.
You got to get rid of him.
Done. Gone.
Yeah, but it's okay for you lot to do it. But,
remember what happened to Don Imus?
Huh?
Remember what happened to Don Imus? Long time.
No.
He made a comment on black nappy headed hoes, and the way you remember, and they more or less he who heard no one's heard from him since, more or less. I don't think so.
Yes, that wasn't that long ago, was it not? How long ago was that?
The 2000s when it happened? Okay. You know when that happened? I can't recall. It was a while. It was a while back, but
I think it was like 20. It was, man. It's been like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
something like
It's been that long.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's been a while. Yeah,
I do remember. Gosh, yeah, you can't. Yeah, I do remember black nappy-headed hose. Yeah, and his career left the booties.
Bye. That's all it takes.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So this shouldn't be acceptable. You know, if someone said, yeah, we're gonna, because over here you can't get away. See, with over here you couldn't get away with saying that about a black fighter here, whether you're white or you're black, because that black fighter is either his parents probably are from Africa, and you think you can say that? We're gonna whoop you like you're gonna say that to a Nigerian Anthony Joshua or fucking Joshua Boazzi and Lawrence Okoli? You think you can go, yeah, we'll beat you like you're fucking Kunta Kinte? What? Shit. That would never fare well here.
I can't wait till the 29th.
Unfortunately.
Can't get here sooner, man.
Fucking it's sickening. It's sickening with what yous lot do with all that shit. Well, some of yous lot do. It's quite sickening. And the defense that I heard for it, I heard, but people call us heterosexuals.
Well, because you are.
No. That doesn't equate to the same thing.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't still. Like, no, it's not. It's like when I say it's
But and then some people try to just go over the topic. It was like, wait, and they tried to act like they didn't even. Some people was like, oh, I never heard that part of the interview. Like everybody skirted around it.
I mean, Chad, but you know what this reminds me of? Like, I remember I was on a panel once. I can't remember who said this or whose panel it was, but one guy, he was a Spence fan, of course. He was trying to argue the fact that Terrence Crawford getting shot in the head. Remember what? Yeah. He tried to say that's just as bad as Earl crashing his car.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh? Wait a minute. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, so Earl getting drunk, crashing his car, nearly killing himself, and possibly could have killed somebody. That's the same as Terrence Crawford getting shot in the head.
I've heard some of them say that was Crawford. He shouldn't have been at the dice game, Dan.
Okay, he wasn't asking to get shot, you idiots. Like you fucking moron. Like, what the heck, bro? You can't make this shit up, man. You really can't.
I'm gonna write down every dumbass phrase that I hear, and I will have this book will be full.
But now they're going as far as stating shit like that. Like, that's just as bad as Earl's car wreck. You know what I mean? First off, like one thing is completely under your control and one thing is completely out of your control. Yeah. Bottom line, it's like, I mean, I shouldn't have to explain that, but if you can't see that, well, God help you, bro. That's all I got to say. Like,
then I heard certain people picking on Bud, saying, well, Spence is from the suburbs of Dallas. Bud is from the mud.
So
what? And
okay, whatever. Just the 29th. I can't.
A lot of people are from the mud, sir.
Yeah, I mean 29th. I can't wait. I can't wait for it. Like,
beat that. Beat that ass.
Whoop his ass, but we all know you could. We all know you're gonna do it.
Stoppage, please. I don't want to hear nothing about no points. Stoppage.
But you know it's not going to end there, Chan, right? You know it won't end there, right? It won't end. It won't end.
Plenty. We know there's going to be plenty, and people saying that there's going to be plenty an excuse. Oh, he was drained at 147.
Yep, he was drained. The layoff.
He said that, he had a long layoff. He should have had a tune-up. We're going to hear everything because I'm starting to hear the excuses already, and I'm seeing a lot of nervous energy. Because you know what, a lot of cats made a lot of money on this fight being not happening, so they could keep talking about it on YouTube. Oh, Bud beats Crawfish. Bud beats it. And now that the fight's made, loads of nervous energy. But
Chad, you know what I've called that? I've coined that the Fantasy Prediction League. Or just the fantasy the fantasy witness protection program. The fantasy, yes, exactly, Champ. Yeah. I call this the fantasy witness protection program for boxing, because what that is like these fanboys who like to imagine and fantasize about fights that they secretly don't want to happen, and then when they do, And when they do and they don't get what they want, it shatters their fantasy. So now they can't pretend anymore.
Yeah. They're pissed that this fight's happening.
Yeah, because secretly deep down, these guys, they never wanted this fight to happen.
They didn't.
Really didn't.
And this is what I've realized. They didn't really want this fight to happen. I thought everybody, but that set of type of fight, they didn't really want this fight to happen. They're not really boxing fans, and it's fucking crazy. And yeah. See,
I mean, see, the thing is, like, God forbid, like, let's just say if Bud was to lose to Spence, like, okay, I'm gonna.
They'll throw block parties for days.
Bro, we're never gonna hear it. We're never gonna hear the end of it. We won't. I mean, like, seriously.
I'm so confident, though. I keep saying.
Bud winning, winning, yes.
I am, and I do. Obviously, it's boxing. There's always a possibility that, but this is why this cat, who ain't fought nobody, is gone in as a favorite.
Hello, how do you explain that? Which I'm surprised about myself. I thought that Spence was going to be the favorite.
I was shocked. I thought Spence was going in as the favorite.
Now the odds still might change. I mean, because it's not. Yeah, but they might tip, but probably not by much. But they're very close.
With him not doing hardly any press, right? Yeah. Listen, missing his flight. When he is doing press, he's doing the fucking little ghetto press, right? He's missed Breakfast Club. Maybe he gets on and does it. Shouts out, hopefully he does, rallies back. Try and remember when you put the drink bottle down and remember that you got a flight tomorrow in the morning. Maybe that would help. Yeah. And when they're hearing him talk about, I was alcoholic, I'm always drinking, not living healthy, making this weight it's like death for me. It sounds like you're building something. You don't sound that positive. And then every minute when you're talking, your voice is breaking. It just sounds.
That's what I'm saying, like, are you really up for this? Are you really?
That's the energy I'm getting, and I'm now getting like worried because if Bud knocks him out and then something comes up like, Errol wasn't well, but he did the fight anyway, or because it just seems like it's very weird that there's a couple witty things that he said. He said, that they were talking about, Terrence Crawford likes downloading. You go, better mind he don't catch a virus, on the computer. And it was quite funny how he did it, with a couple bits of wit from Errol.
But I will admit, I did see one thing that Spence said that was kind of funny that did make me laugh. He said that, I'm Jamaican and we smoke bud, so
we smoke bud round here. Yeah,
that did make me laugh. I thought that was funny.
we smoke bud round here. Yeah, and then Thingamajig said, Bud said, well, we don't smoke around here or drink.
Checkmate.
The checkmate was in the booties.
But the All Access episode should be pretty good. They're coming out too as well before the fight as well. So be able to look up the All Access episodes that they're going to put out.
I'm looking forward to those.
Yep. I like those, honestly, those documentaries, the Blood, Sweat, and Tears that Top Rank does in All Access. I like those. Those give a good insight into the camps and the fighters.
Yeah. What else did I see about them? Yeah, just watching. Just been watching, just catching up on where they. Oh yeah, guys. Oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to tell you. So with Bud Crawford. Oh fuck. Bud Crawford, I'm close. Let me just see. Bud Crawford is going to be on, what's the show? Christie and Knockout by Nika. And that was at 9.
Oh, really?
UK, US. Fuck.
Nice.
Hang on, see if it... fuck, hang on. Hang on, where is it? Come on. I did put a notification on. Okay. There's more. Knockout with Nika. Come on. Fuck, man. Let's just do it. Christy. Let me find it like that, because for some reason... And let me just have a look. Let me try and find it because God. No. God. Hang on. Let me. God, I wanted to be there. Like, if they're on right now, this show is closing goddamn down. CHANN. Let's have a look. It will be. I'm sure it's on subscriptions. Okay. God, it's all niggly on here. I thought D-Style's on. What? Ain't D-Style going on then? 9 p.m. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Oh, my bad. So 9 p.m. is 2 p.m. here, our time, right? My time.
9 p.m. to, let me see. I think it's 1 p.m. here because you guys are 8 hours, right?
I'm 5 hours ahead of Eastern.
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me just see. Let's double check though. Is it on now? No, it is. Are they on? Advertising for it. Okay. But Mark had it. Oh, there's it tagged. Okay. So let me show you what it is. Notification on SAL, 45 minutes. So it's on. Let me put the link in the chat. Get the link. Copy. Can I copy? Oh, okay, you've got to do it like that. I'm going to put the link in the chat, guys, so you guys can go over and watch it. I'm gonna. Here we go. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern. Bud Crawford will be on Christie and Knockout with Nika in the booties. Yeah. Women crushing it Wednesdays, they have that as well. Christie, I think she's a boxing coach. Nika is she does talks about boxing. She's a boxing analyst on that show. 10 past 9 Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I will be chiming in for that for sure. So I'm excited to see him on there. Absolutely, that's a big fucking interview. That's a massive one. So head over to there, guys, at 10 past 9 Eastern Standard. There it is. It's in the chat. That's it over here. That's the link. Go ahead and chop it up over there with
nice.
Bob Crawford is in the booties with the ladies. This is what I'm saying. He ain't leaving no stone unturned. You know, but we're told that one guy should be promoting more than the other because one's got more to lose. No, that's not how it goes. Supposed to both be promoting that fight equally. Why is that all put on Bud? Now do you see what I'm saying? AJ, I don't see the effort from Errol.
Not so much. Yes, I see more passion from Bud than Earl, if I'm being honest. Earl just seems like he's just doing it to I'm keeping up appearances. You know?
Yeah, so. And that's why he'll win. Because his heart. That's why he'll win. Because he'll win. He'll win because
I think at this fight, Bud wants this fight more. Honestly, he still wants to make because he's close to making history, man. When he wins, he's brother. Yeah, no man. Man. He's wanted this for years, and he's finally going to get his opportunity, his career-defining fight that he's wanted for so long.
Yeah, and he's just doing this the nice way because he's going to unload.
But deep down, I got a feeling that this dude is seething with anger.
Yeah,
and just so.
Do you know what Errol Spence tried to say? Oh, I'm going to break his face because when I'm hit, I get really angry, and then it makes me go. No, you heard Terence Crawford say that. That's Terence Crawford. When Terence Crawford gets hit, he turns into the Hulk. Not you. You've never been the Hulk. Why are you lying? There's so many. The lies are in the building.
This is what I'm saying. It's in terms of just finishing, it's Bud all the way, man. It's this guy get you hurt. Man, you're going, man. You know, and it takes a rare fighter to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's special. And those that don't like it, don't have to like it, but it is what it is. And I'm doing star for star matchup. Listen, pressure fighters make the least, if any, adjustments.
I'd say that
Boxers make adjustments whilst they are in the ring on the fly. Pressure fighters can fight one way. They apply pressure. Now, is he a good pressure fighter? Yes, he is. But is Bud an Ugas? Is Bud a Chris Algieri? Is Bud going to be the guy that stands in front of Errol Spence and allows him to tee off on him?
No. I mean, but the thing is, like, I think the thing about both guys is like they have two base styles. They're both boxer punchers, but Earl is more of a pressure fighter.
No, Earl is not a boxer puncher. Earl is a pressure fighter.
I'd say it's like he applies.
Boxing, he can, because obviously he's amateur from the Olympics. Yeah,
because he has boxed before. That's why I'm saying he has boxed in fights before, not so much applied pressure. I think in Mikey Guard, but with Bud, he's a boxer puncher and a pure boxer with an affinity for counter punching. So that already gives him a stylistic edge already. You know, so
more in his arsenal. I just think.
Way more.
And Bud being on the balls of his feet, and then he plants and lets off and move. I just don't know how Errol catches up with that, unless Bud looks tragic in that ring.
Bud is gonna have. Earl's gonna have to get off to an early start. I think fast.
Yeah, he's gonna have
to. And this is what I'm saying. Like Bud, he shouldn't probably wait so much to download data because honestly, I don't think a guy like Earl will be too hard to figure out once he's in there with him. You know what I mean? I think if he can get started by at least round 3, then he's in good stead. You know, don't wait till like after 4 rounds to get a lead on or get started, especially now you're on a PBC show. You know what I mean? With the cards.
Yeah.
So
let's go quick time. Yeah, we ain't got no slow starting. Let's just rack them up.
I say about 2 rounds, he should probably have them figured out at that stage. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Errol said he wants to feel Bud's power.
Careful what you wish for.
You better mind that you don't wake up when you're on the floor.
Careful what you wish for. That's all I got to say. Because you just might get it.
I'm just hearing a load of cap talk. It's not convincing. It just sounds like, you're listening to YouTube a lot, Errol Spence, and there's stuff that I know you've heard on YouTube and that you're just spitting it back out and regurgitating.
Yeah, you're regurgitating it. That's all you're doing.
And I'm like, God. Be a little bit creative.
I think he tried to say some stuff like Danny Garcia was a better counterpuncher than Terrence Crawford.
Did you hear that?
Like,
yes, he did say that. How dare?
Oh God!
Be the voodoo.
Let me tell you something. Right, that's a shame that Danny Garcia never fought Terrence because Terrence would have knocked him out. That would have been his first stoppage loss.
Yeah, Terrence tried to get Danny Garcia.
He tried, but they wanted no part of it. They wanted no part of it.
And if Thurman was like, you got to give me like hundreds of millions to fight by that time we'd left off of you.
Did you hear what Keith Thurman recently said about the fight? He's
made a prediction, but I haven't clicked on the thingamajig. What has he said?
No, I think it was last week. He came out with an article that said pretty much, they have my blessing to go ahead. I have no issue with the fight at all. It's a good fight. I'm like, wait a minute. You had your opportunity to fight both if you wanted it. And Julius, shout out to him. He made a good point as well. He said, why do they fucking need your blessing to begin with?
Never need you. This wasn't even a part of the equation, mi hermano. Yeah, again, overinflation of self. Grandiosity.
That's why I still applaud Earl for not taking the Thurman fight because I thought that was probably next.
Yeah, I'm glad
honestly. So I'm glad he didn't do that. So.
That would have been the end.
Nobody wanted to see that shit.
Like we off because we was like, he's gonna take the Thurman fight at 154. Nah, we don't. I'm glad.
But he stuck to his guns. He said, I don't want to fight Thurman, and he meant it. Now he's getting in there with blood. So thank God for that.
Shame on Thurman. Thurman should have gave him that shot when he was like, good. Anyway, Thurman, go away. We done with.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, he wanted a shot at you years ago. Why don't you fight him then?
Yeah, we done with Thurman. Thurman just needs to go in the trash as well. We need a little bit of truth in the vicinity as well. We've got Errol Spence truth, but I've been seeing a lot of capping.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
The lies are in the building. Because they can't handle the truth. The truth is in the fucking building, mate. Yeah, mate. I just can't wait for this fight. I will be going live. Everyone will be going live. It's gonna be amazing.
Thank God I got the weekend off too. I ain't got it this weekend. I ain't got to work, so it's on.
Get that weekend off. Get that weekend off. Yeah, I can't wait. So, yeah, but I think we finished the show. Everybody prepare. You'll be able to go and check out. We will go over to Christie's and Nika's show, and that will be in about 45 minutes from now. I would like to thank Kenny Ken for being in the booties. Yes, don't worry, we'll be back on course. I'm back now. I know, my loves. I know, I'm back. Also, thank you for AJ all day for being in the booties. Who else was with us, AJ? Who else was with us?
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Okay, was on.
Yes. Because I'm sure there was 4 people. Yeah, shouts out to KOK in the booties. I don't know. Yeah, thank you, and thank you. Thanks, AJ.
Not a problem.
Yeah, guys. I'm just gonna be signing out. You know how we do. You know, people. Yeah, we do flawless victories out here.
Your wife and son.
They are lost to me now.
The same pain sears both our hearts.
Brutality. Flawless victory.
Always a flawless victory in the booties. Yeah. So, shouts out to all you heterosexuals that disgraceful.
He's a queen, but this is going to sleep. He's a queen, but this is going to sleep.
They don't do it with anything facts, stats, or data. If it fucking hit them, nip them in the bud. Get the joke?
I have opinions just like anyone else. You got opinions. But unlike what you're doing is I bring facts, data, statistics, things you can go look up yourself.
Anyone don't like what I'm saying?
Please get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
It's my motherfucking night, my morning, my day. It's mine. So I would like to thank y'all. And I am that bitch. Always would be that bitch. But I guess I forgot we need to jack it up because some people don't really like the knowledge. The knowledge is worth. Knowledge is key. But if you don't like it, say it for Guan, you know? So if it's Guan, not for that see nothing because nothing not got Guan. Lock off your eyes, cock me, make you cough. The heterosexuals, I don't like them. They don't like me. And I like them don't like we. Them
not like me, some not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Worst raised man, wanna inform up, bun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping flight.
Pero recuerda, estoy lista siempre para ti, para todo, fanboys, okay? Maricons.
You suck at life, you don't want a round 3. Worship the queen and your mic prepared. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, now let's go get Bulgari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
Also, guys, if you want to be gifted some CHANN memberships as well, you do need to go on your YouTube and pick that you can be in receipt of gifting. I'd like some people to get gifted some memberships as well, but shouts out to the members in the booties in. You want to join the Shannaholics? Me bar rat-a-tat-a-tat-a brain splatter. What's the matter? Just started, don't try. Move the body, try. Scatter, pick, pattering up all over your body. Know your bruise and batter, tap, shatter. You never should do a lot. Thank you for joining me on the weekly wrap-up Shiggity Show. So I shall leave you. Oh yeah. Do I? Let me see. Do I got the? Let me put the members only and read out the members to leave the building. So. Oh, that was. Let me see. Hang on. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. How did that disappear like that? Okay, so we have a new member. I need to. Why didn't it come up on my thing? We do have a new Shannaholic. My bad. I gotta play that. Shouts out to you, Shannaholic. And it's our new Shannaholic is Sammy Ali in the booties.
Me bar rat-a-tat-a-tat-a brain splatter. What's the matter? Just start up, don't time in the body. Try scatter, pick pattering up all over your body. Now you bruise and batter, tap, shatter. You never should do a lot.
That's right, Sammy Ali in the booties. Kaboom. What up, though? Let me see this. Un momento, por favor. It doesn't work. I told you it doesn't. Oh yeah, guys, with Cash App has changed. Let me just tell you what the fuck Cash App's done. My bad. Am I supposed to put PayPal on? Cash App has now changed. In the UK, you cannot receive Cash Apps that are not from the UK. And you can only do UK to UK Cash Apps. And you can only receive £100 in a 30-day period from another UK Cash App. They've clamped international Cash Apping down. I don't know why, but they have. So I know I've just tried to get a Cash App received. It doesn't work. The next show, please PayPal lady_Chan at yahoo.com. That is linked to my PayPal, but I will have it the next time when I'm on the air. And that you can do that, and that's global. Fuck you, Cash App. I spoke to him. I was like, why is all my payments and all my shit not going through? They was like, oh, we've stopped it. Fuck them, man. And they didn't even give us like a warning. Nothing. Nada. Nil point for Cash App. But anyway, yeah, stop moaning. From me to you, from you to me. You dares, Rogers. You dares. Anyway, I'm gone. Thank you guys for joining me. Back on the horse, saddling. Yeah, there was something that I should have showed you. I'll show it on the next time. There's more slewing to go. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep none less. Come box with Chan. Gyan. LadyChann has left the boot dizzy. Gyan. Bye-bye.
LadyChann.
Fight.